In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Hi, I go by the name of Heinz, your friendly neighborhood ketchup man. I cannot wait to get into this episode of Source on Order because as I was watching Letecia Stauch's interviews with the interrogation with the FBI agents as well as the phone calls with Al Stauch, I was as angry and livid as I was from the first day of this trial, right? Because when I say the first day of this trial, that was the phone call between Al Stauch and Leticia when we were, and I was thrown into a deep end because I was wondering why this woman that says that her son has gone missing is going all around in circles and I've been in a state of can I call it psychosis? I don't know what to describe it, but it's definitely been a state of complete dejection, if that's the proper way to say it. I've just been unable to be at a state where I'm brought back to like a certain equilibrium so that I can take in what has been going on. But nonetheless, I feel like this week has, like I said, has pushed up my temperature just that little bit higher. Oh my god. Yeah, so let's get into the stream for this week because where did we leave off last week? That's right. Last week we were finishing off Harley Hunt's testimony, and I want to get into that because Harley Hunt gave a key crucial testimony near the end of a direct examination where she testified when Gannon Stauch's body was found. Without further, let's just go straight into that testimony and hear what she has to say. Okay, let's share the screen and let's go.
Being like disrespectful or like talking back.
And what would happen if you were being disrespectful or talking back to your mom?
Sometimes she would like backhand me.
Where would she backhand you at?
To my face.
Is that why you just didn't say anything and you sat in the van and went wherever she was driving?
Yes.
Overruled.
That's very key testimony because remember last week that we were talking about the how strict Leticia was with her parent. Well, she has just given testimony that she was scared that she would backhand her and discipline, and because that's her method of discipline. If you are kind of lost to this point, I'll just give a quick synopsis because all through the trial we have heard that Letecia Stauch that Gannon Stauch was missing because he failed to come home, and on top of that, we on top of failing to come home, we got to hear that he did come home because there was a candle spill at their house prior to all of this, and with that candle spill, when Leticia called in the construction worker to come fix the carpet, that's when he raped her, and from him raping her, Gannon jumped on the back of her. So the story has changed so many times. So if you're lost, I don't blame you because nothing that Letecia Stauch says makes sense. So with that backdrop, you get the idea that maybe this person that is claiming to have committed this murder, that she didn't do it by the means of insanity. You're confused. I don't see how stupidity can equate to insanity because stupid people are not insane and insane people are not stupid. Anyone can, so we've gone to a point that Leticia not only has said that she was raped and Gannon was missing, but whenever the investigators were trying to get information from her, whenever Al Stark was trying to get information from her, she would create a new story, create a new alternative explanation to what has basically happened, and keep everyone in a loop and going right in circles, confused, so that they cannot get to the bottom of what happened to Gannon. So let's get back into Harley's testimony.
You eventually go to Amarillo, Texas.
Yes.
And do you recall staying the night in Amarillo, Texas?
Yes.
And do you remember what hotel you stayed at in Amarillo, Texas?
No.
Did you stay at a Candlewood Suites?
Sounds familiar, yes.
And do you remember watching some videos of you and the dogs walking into Candlewood Suites in Amarillo, Texas?
Yes.
Okay. We can take a break now and then get into the videos, or I can keep going, whatever you prefer.
Council approach, please.
Of People's Exhibit 316, 321, 317, 318, 320, and 323.
All right, exhibits 320.
It was close in time, yeah.
There we go.
Close in time to when you actually checked in that she made these reservations?
It was close in time, yeah.
And would she make the reservations for one person or two people with two dogs? How would she make that reservation?
For one person.
And do we see that in the video that you'll walk through the lobby first with two dogs? She later comes in and goes to the counter and registers?
Yes.
With that, we would play People's Exhibit 316.
All right.
And before we hit play, is that you with the dogs right there that we see in the still image?
Yes.
Go ahead and hit play, please.
Okay, so this is not the part that I want. I think is here. So like I was saying on the last episode, Harley Hunt gave she was particularly important because she gave a lot of background from the 26th of January to the time that Leticia reported the Gannon missing, which was on the 29th of January, and she also gave a bit of context onto the 5th and the 10th of February. So there's a lot of context that was given because this is when they were on, can I say, on the run. They were not in Colorado Springs anymore. They had gone to destinations such as Myrtle Beach, such as Florida, and both of them, well, by the leadership of Leticia, were not trying to be found, basically. And the most impactful part of Harley Hunt's testimony was where she said that her daughter was telling that her mom, was telling her, where would you like to live? What, we can live wherever you want. Like, we can live in Myrtle Beach, we can live in Florida, etc. So that was the most impactful part, which gives you the idea and the impression that they were not going, that they were basically not planning to return to Colorado Springs.
Would it be about the same time you left the hotel in Amarillo?
Yes.
Do you remember driving all the way to Pensacola, Florida?
Yes.
Long drive, right?
Yes.
When you get close to Pensacola, do you remember your mom making the reservations at a hotel room?
Yes.
And do you remember what hotel room that was?
Not the name, no.
Was it the Candlewood Suites?
Probably.
Same process. She's with the Ford Motor Company, corporate discount, one person. Would you walk in first? She walks in later?
Yes.
You remember that happening?
Yes.
At this point, I'd like to publish People's Exhibit 181, which is already in evidence. So People's Exhibit 181 is up on the TV screen. You see that?
Yes.
You recognize any signatures on that document?
Yes.
Whose signature do you recognize?
My mom's.
February 4th, it's in the early morning hours.
Yes.
And do you remember checking in after midnight?
Yes.
Or actually going to bed after midnight?
Yes.
How many beds did you have in that house?
1.
And was that a queen size bed?
No, I think it was a king.
If this document says it was a queen size bed, would that refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Did you guys eat at the hotel that night, or do you remember?
I think we ate beforehand, but I don't know.
Did you stop on the road somewhere and do one of these drive-throughs you were talking about? Pick up
Yes.
some quick food? Okay. So what happens when you get into this room? Do you remember?
Just get in, go to sleep.
Now, on People's Exhibit 181, it says that the car you're driving is a Nissan Altima. You guys weren't driving a Nissan Altima.
Right.
You see the Ford Motor Company at the top of the page there? That's motion gears, it's in that.
Oh, yes.
That consistent with what you've been talking about, how she would use corporate reductions to stay in these hotel rooms?
Yes.
So after midnight on February 4th, 2020, did your mom ever leave that room?
Not that I know of, no.
Were you sleeping the entire time, or were you awake during times that night? And we're talking 12:30 in the morning on.
I was asleep.
Earlier, you indicated you're kind of a hard sleeper. Would you know if your mom left that room or not?
No.
And that is very key because they're trying to establish right now what would have happened to Gannon at this point, because they had already gone through and established from the testimony that Harley Hunt did not help Leticia throw the suitcase over the bridge, over Pensacola Bridge, and they're currently in Pensacola right now. What's important from that testimony is, if we cast our mind back to Dakota Lowry's testimony, we learn from his testimony that he saw a suitcase that stood out to him. It was a bit peculiar to him, and he just didn't know what was inside. And he was crying at this point because he could tell that Gannon was likely in the suitcase. And so by this question in regards to the mom leaving, it could signal that the mom could have left at any time to dispose of Gannon's body.
How was your mom acting as you checked into this hotel room?
She was acting normal.
Up until this point, had you ever gone to the back of that van? Back.
No.
At any of the stops up to this point, had you gotten any changed clothes or gotten any suitcases out of the back of the van?
No.
At any point during this trip to Pensacola, did you smell anything in the back of that van?
No.
You know why I'm asking you if you smelled anything in the back of that van?
Yes.
Why?
Because Gannon was back there.
How do you know Gannon was back there?
Because you guys told me that there was evidence that he was back there.
Did you later learn that Gannon's
So
body was
innocent.
found in Pensacola, Florida on
Yes.
March 17th,
Yes.
2020? How did you learn that?
When they arrested my mom and the FBI came to the house and told me.
What happens when you wake up morning hours of February 4th, 2020? What's going on in the room? Tell us about when you checked out and things like that.
Yeah, it was just like all the other days. We just check out. Afterwards, we go grab breakfast, and then we go to Orlando.
Why are you going to Orlando?
She was planning that that's where we could stay. I remember her calling apartment places to see if we get there.
As far as you're concerned, is that where you're going to be living at the
Yes.
end of this trip?
Yes.
So you gotta imagine that at this point, right? So despite her asking the questions to Harley Hunt, like saying, "Do you want to stay in Texas?" All this question, they are basically, she didn't care about that. She was more interested where she wanted to stay, which was Florida, which is not really a shock if you know anything of Letecia Stauch through the whole 10 days that we've been covering this trial. The whole 10 days of the trial, or in this case 5 weeks. I think we're covering this trial for about 5 weeks now. You would know that Leticia is very self-centered, so this was not really a surprise that she would pick a destination that she wanted over whatever the daughter might say, even though I do think that the daughter didn't really give an answer. She never really said which one she chose, and to be quite fair, I don't think she was asked. But nonetheless, I just wouldn't be surprised if that was what Leticia chose as her destination of choice.
Son, I want to ask you a direct question, okay?
Okay.
Did you help your mother throw that suitcase over a bridge in Pensacola, Florida
No, I did not.
on February 4th, 2020?
No, I did not.
How was your mother acting like after you left Pensacola?
I remember that morning when we went to go get breakfast. That was another time that I went into the restaurant. Like I went into McDonald's to get our food, and she was just like I just remember her like being sad, just like being like down.
Did you ask her why she's sad or down?
Yeah, she was just like because of everything that's going on.
When you get to Orlando, do you remember how long it took you to get to Orlando from Pensacola?
No.
Was it the next day?
Yeah.
What happens when you get to Orlando?
We were supposed to stay there. That was supposed to be like our time that we were gonna stay there for a while. I think she booked our hotel for like 5 or so days, and we left early.
Why'd you leave early? Do you know?
She kept saying like they know I'm here, they're following us.
Who's
And
they?
who was she referring to when she said they're following us or they know we're here?
The police.
Was she acting the same way she was when you're in Colorado saying they're following us and things like that?
Yes.
So what happens after that conversation?
We end up leaving, and I remember her saying like, we don't have like the money to keep staying at all these hotels in different places, so we drove to Myrtle Beach.
And do you remember when you got to Myrtle Beach?
A day or two after that.
Did you turn the van in to the Budget Rental Center in Myrtle Beach?
Yes.
Did you go there directly or did you go somewhere else first?
We went somewhere else first.
I wish I'd recorded the date that the van was turned back in, because I know when it was rented out, but I can't remember when it was turned back in. But I do know she was arrested. Leticia was arrested on the 2nd of March. So the van turning in would have been sometime mid-February or something like that. They would have stopped driving at this point. Maybe. I wish I was more cognizant of, of when that transaction happened.
How long it took to turn the van?
I remember we got to Myrtle Beach. She had parked the van at a hotel near where we were going to stay at like a friend's house.
Okay. Do you know why she did that, or did you ask her why she did that?
No, I think she said like she just didn't want the person that we were staying with, like, for them to get like attention brought to their house.
Did your mom ever mention to you the fact that that van may have had a GPS device on it? She'd drive it.
No.
Do you know that?
No.
You know that now?
Yes.
How'd you unload the van in Myrtle Beach, or did you unload the van?
I did not know.
Who unloaded the van in Myrtle Beach?
I was told something of who unloaded the van. I don't know if you want to hear that.
Well, who told you that? I guess it depends on that.
It is my best friend's mom.
Okay, we can't get into that. We can get into things your mom tells you, but not others, okay?
Okay.
You stay in Myrtle Beach up until the point your mom was arrested?
Yes.
Tell the jury about your mom's arrest.
I was scheduled to go in to meet with my recruiter that morning. And she brought me there. She waited in the car that we had there. And that's when I walked in, and like there was like police and everything talking to me and told me that she had been arrested.
Did you actually see her get arrested?
No, I did not.
And did this happen on March 2nd of 2020?
Yes.
Did you give an interview with FBI agent sitting over here?
Yes.
Recognize him?
Yes.
And did you talk about some of the things that we talked about here with regards to the Dollar Tree and the events surrounding Gannon's disappearance?
We did. Yes.
Were you completely upfront with him at that time?
Yes.
When you were talking to him, did you still believe that your mom didn't have anything to do with this?
Yes.
I want to know who this recruiter is. I want to know, because she said, I don't know if she was, because I know that there was testimony that she was told that the mother told her to go ahead and quit her job. So I wonder if they had got a new job when she was at Myrtle Beach. I don't know how they sorted out that fast, but I wonder if that was the case and they were actually going to start a new life, because that's the image that I'm getting in my head, that they were really going to start a new life at in Myrtle Beach and in these destinations. Myrtle Beach is in Carolina, I think, not Florida. I'm not great with geography, so forgive me. But yeah.
And that was before Gannon's body was discovered, is that right?
Yes.
What about when Gannon's body was discovered?
That was a little bit after when I found out it was discovered in Florida. it was just weird because, like, to myself, I was like, we were in Florida. But I kept, like, wanting to think it was, like, a coincidence and that somebody, like, did follow us or there was a different story.
You still believe your mom even after that?
Yes.
So she still continued to believe her mom. You can tell how much she wanted her mom to be right with this. You can tell how much she believed the mom that Gannon did go missing. And to be fair to her in her belief, it's not like she got to hear the phone calls that she was having with Al Stark. It's not like she was questioning anything that she was doing because of what she said. You know, had she done something like that, she would have got a backhand slap. So that's the state that Harley was in. Who the person who believes her the most is the person that was the most in fear for her life. And now we're gonna get into the FBI testimony that was done. The FBI testimony. Hold on. Yeah. So, but before we get into the FBI testimony, right, we have to go back to the beginning, which was our Stark's testimony. The way that the state has set up this whole cross-examination has been a masterstroke, and this is not even our MVP yet. So this is a point in our show that is really that it's not. We're still saying the foundation for the MVP, which we're gonna get analytical and really focusing on our MVP for a day, which is Johnny Grusing, because he was such a great witness for the state. I can't wait to get into his testimony, but before we get into Amber Cronan's testimony, because that's the second witness that was in on day 11, and I believe she was also on day 12 as well. Her testimony was bringing back the phone calls by Al Stauch and Letecia Stauch. We got to now learn that Letecia Stauch, this was when the FBI intercepted, or in fact, I think the FBI were already intercepting at this point, and the first call that we heard was kind of previewing to what we are hearing so far. So the phone call so we're gonna go back to the first phone call that was made by Al Stauch, and this was when we learned about Quincy Brown. This is when we learn about the Quincy Brown and his red car. We also learn about Leticia asking for immunity at this point as well. And on top of that, the most important part of this testimony was what we heard for the first time, Letecia Stauch saying what had happened to Gannon Stauch. Now, I did not know this was going to be such a massive deal, such a big contention throughout this trial. I had no idea. I didn't know that how the bleeding happened, it would become such a topic. So I wish I wrote down on the catch-up call case vault, the whiteboard that we do where we take notes. I wish I wrote it down there, because what she said, and when I had to go back to listen to the testimony, what she said from the onset was so key into how Gannon may have been bleeding. And here, let's take a listen to what she said back when she spoke with Al Stauch, because this story changes numerous times. Let's listen.
He said there was a store. I said I didn't see the store.
Oh.
So I went the other direction.
I got you.
When I went the other direction, I see him with a bike. And I said, hey, there's the guy with the bike. And I made him show me his ID, and legit, we talked. Some kind of biking, and this was a tour bike. And I got a little nervous because I said, why would he have some tour bike and he's trying to sell it? I was asking him questions like, did you not ride anymore? Did you get hurt? These stories I was asking him. Then I realized I didn't have the phone with me because I had left it at Petco. So then, Gannon was like high-fiving him and talking to him and stuff like that. So I assume, nice guy. And so he was taking Gannon, just helping him get on the bike and ride it. And was holding on to it just so he could see. And he was like, do you think your daddy will like this bike?
So far, what we're listening to is her giving testimony about, again, is this guy that had broken. Bear in mind, she has already said that this was Quincy Brown at this point. She had already let it known to our Stauch that this was Quincy Brown that I basically raped her at this point. And is this same person to have gotten possession of this bike that she is trying to now explain away? And there she is in the background. I don't know if she's embarrassed, but yeah.
Then the next thing you know, whenever they like both slid, he slid with Gannon in the bike, and Gannon like went, like not necessarily tumbled, but slide down, and he hit his head, and I ran over there.
So bear that in mind. Gannon hit his head, and she ran over.
I was just crying out because I don't want to run out my phone. He was like, I live right up here, I'll go take him, and we'll go. I just still sitting there crying and crying. They tried to see me get off the exit. That's why I've been adamant about you finding this dude.
All right, so so you got off exit 163?
No, it was whatever county line or some shit like that.
Oh, that county line road or whatever we always take. It was on that road.
No, you had to turn off of that road. I went the wrong way to start with, so I turned right because I thought I was going for that direction. I was supposed to turn right.
But this was the exit off 25 that you turned the wrong way, or off of county line road?
Off of 25, you can get off and go both directions.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to narrow down so I can go look, but
And you can
so was there anything else?
And you can tell that Al really wanted to believe her at this point and really wanted to continue. This is for reference. This phone call is happening on the 14th of February. The phone calls that we're about to get into are the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, and 19th, I think. Those phone calls that we're about to get into for today's show happen in February, which is why we're going back to give the context a little bit of a refresher, because this was from the beginning with our Stauch. He was the first witness up, and we heard his phone calls, and I was just lost. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on? Like, why are we hearing this?" But yet, as the case unfolded, we got to see why we were hearing this the first time around.
Besides you said he scraped his knees, he scraped his elbows, he busted his head, and he had the burns on his arms.
But it was some bad burns, Albert. The burns were just little bubbles from the fire. That had nothing to do with it. Now maybe it could have like scraped them open some because he already had them, but Gannon was fine. He was talking to me. He wasn't complaining on any kind of pain. I would have took him straight to the doctor if the burns would have had any kind of pain to him.
Okay.
That's the only reason I didn't ask you for any kind of immunity, because I committed some kind of crimes. I just know that it was an accident. All I did was someone was trying to help me. And then I didn't know where he went from there.
She says here it was an accident.
What? So, the one I'm worried the most about is the freaking head wound, because what was it? How bad was he bleeding?
It's pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. Like it was. Tell me bad. Is bad like blood's dripping down his face, or bad like he's? Or did you do anything to wrap around his head or anything?
Yes, my clothes I had on had blood on them.
The clothes you had on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we got the context. Now we are hearing we're hearing her say for the record, by the way, she's saying that his head is he had a head wound. He, being Gannon, had a head wound, and he was bleeding pretty bad.
So
Like, oh my god, we gotta call 911.
was this on the road, or was this at the station? Like where?
Show you to explain where. I don't know my way around Colorado.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out if there's blood on the road. Maybe we can find blood on the road or something. That's all I was saying.
Searching.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I agree. I agree they should find it. So where on his head? Like, was it the side or back of his head? What?
I don't know. I was panicked.
Okay, so you were panicking. So the accident happened and you panicked, right?
I was panicking.
Okay,
I didn't have a phone.
right. And did he have a phone?
He said he would run back to his house. He had Gannon said he'd run back to his house, wrap it up tight, and he would call 911.
Okay,
Gannon was talking.
okay. So he took Gannon to his house is what he told you, right? And you did you stay where you were? Did you follow him or what? Babe.
He took Gannon to his house. Okay. The phone call was back there. So, like I said, when I first came into trial, when this trial unfolded, and I was listening to Al's testimony, Al's talk, and I was hearing this audio. So the first thought I had was, where are these audios coming from? Why would he record? And why is it so crisp, the recording? How did he record this particular phone call without there being difficulty? Like, is it has technology advanced that much? But it turns out that this was part of the FBI investigation, that it was actually, as his testimony gone on, we got to learn that it was part of the FBI. It was part of the police. I thought it was the police. And then as the trial unfolded, it turned out that actually, no, the FBI was involved, and it's actually those recordings. Yeah, they were part of the FBI's investigation into the case. So our Stauch is, all of his tests, all of the phone calls between him and Leticia were conducted when the FBI was involved, and the investigation had gone on to them, which is pretty insane to think about, that this case had escalated to that level to try and find Gannon Stauch, and everything that we've been listening from the beginning until now, Leticia has been dodging and not wanting to help the investigation, which is why I don't even know if that's why it's escalated to the FBI, but it's just for her, at least in my opinion, for her to receive this much help, for her to receive this much resources at her disposal with the FBI, and she's still not forthcoming because she wasn't helping the police. She wasn't helping Al Stauch. She was giving him so many different stories, and now we are getting into, and now we are now going to hear more audios to do with Leticia, and we're gonna try and see if she is now going to try and help out with investing. If she is going to offer any new information. So let's go into the testimony by today's witness. She goes by the name of Amber Cronan, and the first thing that she did was she gave a background into her work with the FBI and how she became involved in the case. And it was from her that we got to hear audios from Leticia and our Stauch on the 15th of February 2020. So this was the phone calls. I believe at this point, Leticia would be in Myrtle Beach or somewhere in Florida at this point. So yeah, let's listen to the testimony, where to the audio recordings where Leticia said that she would literally take a lie detector test to prove that she didn't kill Gannon.
And so if you don't want to be on my team to be like against them talking everything, then these people will put it out there.
What are they going to put out there?
What?
That you're going to take a lie detector?
No, yeah, I will for you. I will do it for you.
Well, let's do it then. Let's do it. Let's do it now. I mean, call the FBI or call whoever and tell them you're ready today.
See, this is the thing also, yeah. I'm a bit stuck here, so you're gonna have to forgive me. Because she did actually take a lie detector test. And I don't know when that test was taken, but we don't know. There was nothing to do to show the substance of the actual test. I know that it was actually bugged, like, you know, that the FBI were actually trading her at that point. So I don't know what the test was saying. There was no audio from that test of the questions that she was answering, etc. All we know that she did actually take the test. So I don't know if this is making reference to that same test. If so, it would be after this phone call, which is on the 15th, that the test would be on.
I don't know who to call. You have these contacts. Nobody will talk to me.
The only person I know, listen, I sent you a number. I think, what was her name from the FBI? Amber, maybe? I sent you an email. You look back on your email, you got a contact. And she when she called me that one time, she reached out and said, anything you need, any way we can help, anything we can do to help find Gannon. And I think that would qualify as something that would help. Okay?
What will qualify?
You're talking about his lie detector test.
That will help find Gannon by me taking a lie detector test, and I've already told you.
If you're,
I feel like
listen, I know, but listen to me. Walk through this logically. You're smart now, okay? If you're saying they're barking up the wrong tree, okay, and that wrong tree is you, and a lie detector test will get them off of that tree and on a different tree, don't you think that will help?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll, back to what we talked about yesterday, it'll show your innocence, it'll show you didn't do it, it'll show you don't even need immunity. Okay? You don't, I mean, it'll prove all those things.
You don't have to, because lie detector tests are not permissible in court.
Okay, but I'm just trying to, you said you'll do that for me.
What a lie detector test does is what a person's saying to someone they're trying to prove to. Like, people go to Dr. Bill and do it, places like that.
Okay, all right. Hey, Tisha, listen. I'm willing to take the lie detector test. You brought it up. I mean, I'm willing to work with you or whatever. You can contact the FBI and do it. I'm willing to take that result for my peace of mind. But if you're going to sit here and tell me it's not worthwhile, then why even talk about it?
Right.
It's for you. I said I wanted to do it for you. You're focusing on doing it for someone else. I'm trying to tell you I wanted
No. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about Gannon. If they're barking up the wrong tree, babe, if they're barking up the wrong tree, this will get them on the right tree, okay?
Okay.
So you need to reach out to Amber, whatever her name is. That's the FBI lady that I talked to the one time. And you need to tell her whatever you're willing to do or not do, okay? That's the only way I know to go about it. So, but instead of me waiting on the lie detector test for me and you, I know that'll confirm it. Just tell me the truth right now.
You won't even help me get the freaking ID so I can go to a doctor's office, and you want me to just keep going over and over and over the same thing.
Yeah, Tisha, yes, I do, because
You kick me off a TRICARE or something?
I can't kick you off a TRICARE. That only happens anyways. You're trying to spin this in a different direction. We're talking about Gannon.
Just trying to go to the doctor, that's it.
You can go to the doctor any day of the week. I can't kick you off a TRICARE.
They took all my stuff. I need an ID.
You need the sponsor's social security number, and I know you know my social, so don't even play me, Tisha.
Can't go on base
Okay.
without the ID.
Well, go to if you got to go to the doctor that bad, go to the doctor somewhere and we'll pay the fee. Okay, that's I'm not gonna say that's irrelevant, but we're focused on Gannon right now. Okay.
Okay, and we're trying to be with you to focus on Gannon. So I'm asking you
And guess what? We are talking together right now, so we are working together on this right now on the phone. Okay.
I hope you guys notice something that has happened over and over again, that whenever someone tries to put their attention back on Gannon, she always goes round and round in circles. This whole lie detector test was her idea, by the way. It was her idea to the lie detector test. My bad. It was her idea to take the lie detector test. He agrees to it, says, okay, fine, let's say the lie detector test. And then she goes off completely, which just shows it was her cycle of manipulation. But before I digress, she goes off on him, and then he says, no, I'm doing a lie detector test because of Gannon. I want to find him. It is for him. And then she loses all interest in it and goes off into a different whirlwind, which is it's tiring to deal with someone like this. It's really tiring, because not only will you be sent into a tailspin, but your head will hurt at the end of the day. It's as if you're getting mentally slapped, and it's so insulting as well. It's so insulting to encounter someone like her, who just thinks that you're stupid enough to believe whatever she has to spill out for you, basically. And believe me, as I was listening to all of these audios, I was infuriated because I could not believe half of the things that she was saying. But the fake polygraph, the lie detector test was done on this website called Fake Polygraph. It was introduced by FBI agent Mr. Cohen. I forgot his first name, but it was done on the 18th of February. So it was after this call was made. Let's get back into the call.
Come stay with you, and I will meet them to do the test and everything.
Listen. I need the truth first, and that's what I've said the whole time. Tell me the same. Listen, let's just stop, okay? No, don't oh God me.
You told lie detector test, and now it's still not good enough for you, Albert.
No, it is. It's perfect. That's what I want you to do, okay? Because there has been multiple stories, but tell me the story right now that you're going to tell on the lie detector test. That's what I want.
You don't tell stories on a lie detector.
I know. Okay.
Yes.
Do you want me to put you through that and ask you questions? I'll do it. Okay. Is the bike accident a true story? Did he fall and bust his head, or was his head already bleeding before you got there? Which one is it?
He's bleeding.
I'm just asking. Was the bike accident true?
His head's already be bleeding.
I don't know, because I've fallen off my bike 100 times and didn't bust my head bad enough to go to the 911, right? Okay, I'm just trying to sort through this. Is the bike accident true?
Albert, I did not hurt you.
I didn't ask you that, okay? Is the bike accident true? It's yes or no. This is a lie detector test right now. Yes or no?
Somebody has Gannon, Albert. I need protection to help you.
I understand that, and I'm trying to help you right now.
Beat me. He will abuse me. He will hurt me, and I keep telling you this, and you're not catching the hint.
Is the bike accident true? That's where we're starting.
But just bear in mind, she just said that. She just said he will abuse me, he will hit me, he will do all these things. Bear in mind, this has now become a alibi for running, because that's the story that I'm getting all through this. This seems like it's becoming an alibi for not staying in Colorado Springs and going off to these different locations because she is in fear for this guy. But not just that. All this guy is doing, all Al is doing, is asking this question so that he can pass off this information to the FBI, who are now involved in this whole investigation to try and find Gannon. So she said that she would take the lie detector test. He says fine. Yeah. He says fine, cool. But tell me what the lie detector test, what you're gonna tell the lie detector test, basically. And even with that, she still won't come up. She still won't give him straightforward answers. On top of that, not only will she not give him straightforward answers, by the way, she is, at this point, you have to ask, is she giving him off answers, basically? It's frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to watch because the bike story that we just heard, where it busted his head open, she basically said no, that she did not hurt Gannon. As if, why would that be relevant? Why would that be relevant to all of this?
They're gonna protect me from him.
Yes, you're gonna. If once you call Amber, you're gonna get the protection you need. I don't have a gun. I don't have a badge. Amber does, and she's the one that's gonna protect you.
But you are my husband.
I am, and as your husband, you need to respect that I'm trying to give you the best guidance I have, okay, and get you to the protection you're asking for. If you call Amber, she'll get somebody with you wherever you're at to protect you, okay?
But why aren't you willing to do that?
How am I gonna protect you against people trying to beat you and kill you?
Come live with you because you are my husband, and you're supposed to provide for us a place to stay.
Right, and I've done that from day one, so you're not gonna question my ability to protect and provide you. So listen, hey, back up. You said you wanted to do something for me.
Yes or no, Albert?
No.
Come stay with you.
I'm not answering any questions right now because you told me that you do something for me, and that's answer some yes and no questions, basically a lie detector.
Be with you. I didn't say it's like you're going to put me on. We can talk about this in person. Why does it have to be over phone so you can record people and shit?
So now I'm recording you. What you've done to me for 5 years is what I'm doing to you. That's projection teaching, and I'm not putting up with that, okay? All right?
Did you record me yesterday?
No, why would I record you? I haven't recorded anything. What are you talking about?
Was you coaching you what to say?
No, I don't need a coach. I've done this for a living for 11 years, Tisha.
And that's what I said the last time. Like the last time that we were going through our Stauch's testimony. When I found out that he was ex-military, I was like, this guy she really underestimated him, and she keeps proving it time and time again. This is only the next day of the phone call, and she still underestimates him. She still thinks that she can get the better of him. You can tell that this girl has an insurmountable amount of ego. Yeah. Insane.
I said I want to talk to you in person.
All right, girl, guess what? Your freaking sister's calling me. Tell her to leave me alone.
Who? What sister?
Amy, whatever her name is.
She shouldn't be calling you. Don't even talk to them.
Well, I've been getting calls and texts from all your people, and I'm sick of it. Listen, you know what? If meeting is what it takes to get to the truth, I'll meet with you. But you need to answer some questions first. That is your way of proving to me that a meeting is worthwhile. Okay? Number one. I got 3 or 4 questions, okay? Number 1, is the bike accident true?
No.
No. Is Quincy Brown true?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
You know you done fucked up, don't you?
Is the bike accident true? No, it's not true. Do you know how damaging that is? And not only that, she says that Quincy Brown's story is true. And that is where I can't wait to get into this, because that is where she messed up horribly in all of this. That's where she messed up horribly in all of this, because the whole Quincy Brown thing is what she had bet everything on. And what's about to unfold,
happened. Okay, that's my next question. What happened to get Gannon to Quincy Brown? How did Quincy Brown get my son?
Okay, it doesn't matter how many times I tell you, you're still going to call me a liar.
No,
You're not going to take
that's
the time
not true
to
now.
help me.
That's not true. I've given you every opportunity to tell the truth, just like I'm doing now, okay? I haven't called you a liar. I've said some pieces of the story have been not true, okay? I'm not sitting here calling you names. I'm not putting you down. I'm asking for truth, okay? You said the bike accident is not true now. Fair enough. We're done with that, okay? What happened?
We weren't going to get you a bike, though. That was true.
Okay, so you were going to get me a bike. Fine. Okay, let's get past the bike. If the bike has nothing to do with anything, then let's just forget about the bike and the trip to the bike.
Trying to be a cool mom, okay?
Okay.
I wanted to hang out with some friends, and I was just trying to be cool because I never looked at it as being cool. So I told Gannon, hey, you can have a sleepover, whatever, yada, yada, yada. That was supposed to happen on Saturday or something. He did have this friend, had a car, and I told him, your daddy said no. I told you that on Sunday or whatever day it was. But prior to that, he'd already said something to me about this, and I tried to talk him through the situation. So the plan was he was going to have a sleepover. We split both the beds together, yada, 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 yada. That was just supposed to be the plan. I was just trying to be a cool mom. I just wanted to be accepted by Gannon, for him to be like, wow, yeah, she's always kind of strict on us, but maybe let me do a little bit that I shouldn't probably be doing. Hey, that's all.
Yeah, but okay, that's
It went downhill from there. I'm telling you.
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
do anything to Gannon.
okay. So
All these people, listen to me.
I'm sorry, I'm listening.
Tired of all these people putting all this stupid stuff about blood and all this bullcrap. If there's any blood in the house, it's because of Gannon. Gannon bleeds all the time.
Okay.
There's no massacre occurred in our home. It's not what people are putting in their head. There's nothing like that. Okay? It's nothing. I'm sick of hearing people say, well, if he hurt his foot, he couldn't be walking. Oh my God. It was just blood from his foot. That's it. There was no, like, he hit his head or bullcrap like that. I'm tired of all these conspiracy theories, and now it's in your head that you think that I've done something to Gannon in our house. That's what you said yesterday. That is not true. There's just simply from what happened to his foot, and yes, I've already admitted to you that his arm was burned.
Okay.
He admitted that to you. Wasn't that bad? Did it have blood? Yes. And where the candle was.
But-
I did everything I could. So if you're asking about that part of it, you see, what y'all were doing is trying to take two different things. You're trying to think that just because I didn't abuse Gannon emotionally in no video, nothing. The whole point of that was he was so upset. It wasn't about, it was meaning I was going to replace the items for him. It was trying to be, okay, don't worry about it. It's a secret. I'm not going to say anything. I was trying to be cool. Okay? Maybe if I let my guard down for trying to be cool, I let him stay up 30 minutes late that night, trying to be cool. Just trying to be like, we'll start working on, hey, you stand up 30 minutes later than Lena. So any of that you got from some mind that people were trying to say I was abusing him or some video shit, it was not. Gannon was upset because I was sitting there holding him, and everybody saying something about whatever. I assessed the situation. It wasn't a lot of tons of blood. We got it up. It was on his wall a little bit. I mean, it was not even a lot.
So you cleaned his wall up?
But he did.
Oh, okay.
There was blood on the things we cleaned up. It was not. It was from his arms and his foot. That's all. From me outside. There was nobody's head get hit. You could hear all these stories. Gannon's head was hit. He was doing this. No, Albert. If he would have been in that situation, I get on the phone and I call 911. I'm not stupid. Do you think I'd much rather be sitting here with someone saying that I was being irresponsible or whatever, than someone accusing me of hurting a child? Do you think that? That's the way I panic at the sight of blood. Yes, I freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, stop peeling it. He peeled it and peeled it and peeled it. If I yell at him for peeling it, it's going to look like I'm mad at him. You don't understand.
Okay.
Everybody the true story, but what they're doing is they're coming in there and trying to say, just because some lady who thinks she's hot shit that's been talking to you, apparently, she posts online all this bullshit.
Who? What lady?
Who knows? Trivia, somebody.
Who?
She's fucking stupid.
I haven't talked to nobody.
Well, she's online saying she's talking to you and Landon, and you and Landon were saying there was blood all over Gannon's room.
And you notice how she just completely changed the topic now to talk about some other lady, and it's no longer about Gannon. It's no longer about this whole investigation. It's now going about this lady. When I tell you how much this pissed me off, it pissed me off so much. Because how on earth are you thinking about all of these things? The backdrop of all of this is they're trying to find Gannon. That's the backdrop in all this. And yet she's more worried about the ladies that are interested in him. My head hurts. But all through that is where she is saying that Gannon, they cleaned up the place. That it was just bleeding, that they cleaned up the place. Which makes me think, especially now that you are claiming it was insanity, you can't say that you cleaned up. It's especially with the version of story that she's giving. Is very confusing how you can now claim insanity, not only because you have now admitted to clean up the scene, you now are saying that you cleaned up with the victim. It's just confusing.
Blood everywhere in the house. Blood on the stairs.
Who is this now?
That is not true. If it was anything, it was from the foot, and I stepped not outside. I stepped in it on the carpet when I freaking took the carpet up that we walk outside on. But nobody cares that that's how it happened. That's where blood came from. It was not puddled. We cleaned it up and smeared it. Sorry.
What freaking lady are you talking to?
The beds were already put together because I had told Gannon he could have a sleepover.
The beds were pushed together.
I had pushed them together because I had told him Sunday he could have a sleepover. I didn't know that his stomach was going to go to start hurting. I had already said he was doing his box.
But who was the sleepover with? Was it Braden?
He just asked me, could he have a sleepover even though it was a school night? After we were going to hike. And the reason I said yes is we were sitting there talking about the whole coach scene. He talked to him about the sisters, and all he had was sisters. Said yes, just because I felt so bad, because here we are both in an emotional moment. I'm upset about Kobe, he's upset about him having girls, yada, yada, yada. I agree. Sorry. I usually don't agree to things. I was trying to be like, okay, maybe this was a good chance, but maybe bend the rules just a little bit. So yes, said Gannon, you can have sleepover. Gannon pushed his beds together. Yada, yada, yada. I don't know what happened, why he didn't go ask about sleepover. I don't know what happened wherever. I don't know. He didn't ever come say such and such, didn't say whatever. I just know his stomach was hurting. So I assumed he didn't want to be sleepover with the boys, whoever the boy was.
Why?
Tell me.
Why? So you were going to let me back up.
I was going to let the boy, but he said his brother had a call.
Right. Okay, fine. But he's never pushed the beds together for a sleepover before. Where did that come from?
What do you mean? I do.
No, usually they
did push the beds together. Because they were, Albert, we pushed the beds together because he had all the things lined up around the room and little cardboard things. They were all lined up around the room, and we pushed the beds together. That was it. I mean, be pushing a bed together is not a crime.
I'm not saying it was. It's just weird because to my knowledge, he's never done that.
He was building I guess he was going to build a fort. I don't know.
Okay.
It was just for Sunday. They got pushed back. I mean, there's nothing.
Okay. All right.
So that is the only reason. That is the only reason when they got pushed back that he would have had the normal. That he would have peeled his arm after it happened on Sunday.
So
What I don't do is whoever your friend is, a neighbor that knows all this bullshit, to give you the video footage of running out when the guy on fire was going on, and you will see. Oh, was I being whatever? Was I fussing? Was I doing anything but being loving to children?
right.
You know, I told everybody, oh, it's okay. We're gonna fix it. Nobody was yelling at anybody. Nobody was angry with anybody. Nobody was hurting anybody. Nobody was doing anything wrong.
But so
It wasn't even that. I was scared.
But how? But back up to something you said that I mean that really struck me, Tisha. You said it went downhill. How? What do you mean? How did it go downhill? And then how did this Quincy Brown freaking dude get involved?
It's a story about Quincy. He told
No, but but tell me the part about how did it go downhill? That's what I need to know. You said it went downhill fast and it got out of control, and maybe you freaked out, whatever. But
I never said anything about getting out of control. Now you're putting words in my mouth. I never said
okay, you said it went downhill, Tisha.
I said it went downhill, meaning Gannon was supposed to have a sleepover. His stomach started hurting. That's why we didn't get to have a sleepover. That's what it means. It means that.
Okay.
Went
I
down
got
to
you.
meaning
I got you.
He stayed up late.
All right. So listen.
See how when I talk to you, do you see how you already put me as if I'm some criminal?
No. I haven't criminalized you at all. I'm asking you questions. That's what you wanted me to do, and I'm asking you questions.
I mean, really? Come on, Albert. That is not you saying to me, gosh, you know, how many times have you left out of town and my wife has took care of everything? That's not you doing that. That's not you taking my side. It's you picking up on
Hey, I can't hear you.
building a box. I said, you're saying something about us putting beds together when the child was building a box because he thought this was a box for his son. It's a problem if I get involved, and if it's a problem if I do it the wrong way.
No,
This is the right way.
I'm just trying to figure out.
What do you think?
Tisha, babe, listen, okay? I'm worried to death about Gannon's safety, where he's at, all these things. I mean, yesterday, what you told me the bike story is not true now, okay? But you also said he had a hit.
You know how I feel. You want me to be honest with you? You know how I feel? I feel like if I just tell you something like that, it's what you want to hear. That's honestly how you make me feel. You make me feel if I just tell you there's some truck. And I even sit there and listen to you go, okay, it was an accident. Okay. This is what's going on. You can say or just
No.
Because that is not Albert.
No. Yes,
There.
actually, yes, it is.
No.
You know, as a recruiter, I did the same shit for 11 years, having to dig into people's past and everything, okay? And to get the truth. And you said, all right, listen, you told me, you keep telling me what I just want to hear. I just want to hear the truth, Tisha, okay? All right, hold on. Yesterday, listen, yesterday, and we passed this point, but you said there was a bike accident with a head injury. So is it just a bike accident that's not true? Or is it the head injury also that's not true?
No, there's no head injury or bike accident. I just told you. I feel like
Okay.
you wanted me to say something to you.
Okay, so now, what did Frick...
There is no head injury or bike accident. That's what she says. You know what? Let me write this down because I feel like this is going to come up later on, and I don't want to make the same mistake that I made before. So let me write this down. There is no head injury or bike accident. I don't know how this is going to unfold because the way that she was speaking with the FBI agent today, when I was listening to her, has really got me to really think a lot about what she's about her motives with all of this, because she keeps deflecting every single time, and she really is going toe to toe with our Stark here. But yeah, if you're enjoying the stream so far, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help us out with the YouTube algorithm. And I really want these streams to go out there to a lot of people. So do hit that like button if you find some value from this stream. So continuing on with the audio calls here.
Quincy Brown do with Gannon? How did...
Can I ask you something? Do you think first of all, why don't you put this in perspective?
Okay.
Do you think I even know my way around Colorado, first off?
Yeah, we've been here a year now. You go all over the place.
Okay, Colorado Springs, right?
You've been, yes. And we've been all over up there around the outlets, and we've been up there to Denver a bunch. Yes, I think you know a little bit about Colorado, so don't play me on that, Tisha.
I wasn't even going there. Do you see how I said that?
And that's great that he's starting to pick up on the fact that she is actively trying to get one up him every single time.
Just to see you jump at me. Do you see how I said that?
Well, good. You got me. You got me jumping. All right. My son's out there missing with Quincy Brown. You got me jumping. You win. All right. What's your next question?
Listen to me. Can you listen to me?
Yeah, sure.
All right. How many days has it been? There is nowhere that I could take in that he would just be gone that many days. You have to put that in your brain.
Oh, yeah, it is in my brain. It's in my brain that he's gone and there's nowhere he could be safely, okay, because he's with this Quincy Brown guy who's a freaking sex offender, jumping bail, whatever you want to label him. Or whatever. I don't know. I don't know all that shit, okay? He's just a bad dude and my son's with him.
I told you this.
Okay. All right.
I told you what happened.
Okay.
I told you when we came home. I already told you all this. When I told you the truth, this is what you did. You said to me, hey, that's not how it happened.
But you told me the truth. You told me 4 different versions of the truth, Tisha. That's where the problem is, okay? I want to believe you.
The details, and you're asking me 3 weeks later, detail for detail.
But yes, absolutely. In your own words, now that you've slept on it, now that you've recovered a little bit, you're starting to remember more and more and more. So what I want to know...
I'm giving you everything I remember.
Okay, the detail I want to know is what did Quincy Brown do with Gannon? That's the detail I want to know. That's the question.
Where he took him, I don't know where they went. Don't you think for a second if I knew that, Albert, I would tell you.
Where did he take him from? That's a starting point. Where were you at when he took him?
Home.
Okay, so yesterday it was a bike accident in.
I already told you the bike accident. You already talked about.
Fine, but I'm saying yesterday he was taken from Douglas County. Today he's taken from El Paso County at 6627. Right, but then you changed it, then you brought it back, then you changed it, brought it back.
I said that to you because you just want me to say whatever they got you thinking.
I'm thinking what I'm thinking, okay? These freaking police have not told me a damn thing other than my son is missing and that they're supposedly looking for him. You're the only one telling me anything about their situation.
Okay, so look at the judge's face. The judge is probably like, "Oh my gosh, what case did I get assigned to here?"
It's all done. I couldn't do anything. You talk about how you have to live with that. Do you know how I have to sit here and be like, oh my God, what could I have done to protect him better? Because Albert's going to turn it and say that I'm a horrible person. Do you think I want to lose my entire life because I couldn't protect someone 100%?
Well, do you know if Gannon's alive, or was he alive when he took him? Was he hurt?
I don't know. I was out of it. Do you not understand this?
So you were out. So you blacked out, right? And he took him while you were blacked out.
No, I just said I was in and out of it from struggle. I hit my head. I'm in and out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My arms. Dude, you would not listen to me on that. You know what you should have done?
She has given so much. Let me
you should have said, oh my God, this fucker not only hurt my wife, took my son.
Okay, so
you should be safe.
I'm trying to believe you, okay? But that when I got home Tuesday, you had no sign of.
He holds his composure so well. Listen, I gotta give him praise for how he handled it, because I wanted to slap. Listening to all of this today, I wanted to give Letecia Stauch such a slap that she cannot recover from, like that she will lose all her whiteness and become black, like the minute I slap her, because my skin will literally permeate onto her skin. Like, I was literally livid with everything she said, because there's so many things that is she right here, even right here, where she said that she can't keep up with her own story, that she can't even say that she blacked out. But she has said this before. The previous story was she got raped. The guy hit her up in the head. She got raped by him, and because of that incident, she didn't see what happened with Gannon. That all she saw Gannon do was jump on his back, and then she blacked out from there. She's trying the Mackenzie Sharilla defense, which doesn't work here, because she just keeps adding and telling. She keeps talking, and that defense only works if you stop talking. Anyway, let's move on to the next part of the testimony, because this is where our Stauch really starts to go at Tisha and really start calling her out on her lies.
Stop right there, because I was in total control of those weapons the whole time. You will not do that to me. Go ahead.
You're not getting total control. But he had no business doing that. Okay?
Who gives a crap about that? Come on now.
Point is, Albert, you let these people come in during that time, the first few days, and you let them put you on things. And you can say you didn't, and maybe you were hurt, maybe you were upset, maybe your focus was on one thing. And I understand that, and I try to do nothing but say, okay, thinking about that in my mind, and I still love my husband, and I still know that he was not in his right mind there. But as it kept continuing, you should have stepped in and said right then, if you are not, or you are not related to me by blood, I know your sisters are, I know your mom is. If you're not Stauch and you're not related to me by blood, you need to leave this house.
Okay, all right. Teacher, no, stop. Listen, I'll tell you. Put all that on me. I don't care, okay? We can fight about all that for the rest of our lives. You're right. I let people come into that house that ain't got no blood relation to me. You're absolutely right. Okay, but the bigger issue here, and I've let you go on, so I'm trying to be respectful and let you talk and talk and talk, but all this is about you and your damn stuff, not a damn thing about Gannon. Yes, it is. No, yes, it is.
No, you asked me how. I said we're going to talk about two separate things. That's what I told you. So that's the first thing. Now, the most important thing is Gannon, because you asked me the question how to have everything back, American Dream, like you said, in December. First, you just realized where your actions could have been different. You realized where your actions could have been different. So until we have put those actions back together and bring it back together as one, Albert, as one. You didn't marry me, or I didn't marry you in order to turn out back to each other in tough times. That's not how it works in life. You know me better. I know you better. You know, you've had to live with the past of the things that your father done. I've never once said to you, I don't trust you with my child, and I feel like you're bad around them. Never once.
Actually, you have said that, which is bullshit, but go ahead. I'll listen to you.
No, I did not. You were talking about something Landon was trying to get me to turn on.
Okay, all right.
I'm talking about in our home. You know good and well, if I went somewhere and Harley was there, I was never worried for a second.
All right, so stop. You're not okay. Stop. Let me interject, okay? Because this is supposed to be about Gannon. This part one was no. Listen, please listen.
So we can go get Gannon.
Okay, the problem is here. You said until we have trust. The problem is we're not there yet. Okay, because a few minutes. No. Listen. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, and then I'll let you talk. Okay, please listen. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've taken the blame for everything that I'm responsible for in this situation, probably more than I should have, but I'll take the blame for all of it, okay? Quincy Brown's got the boy, okay? But the part that I still don't have trust about is when I brought up the fact that there was a puddle of blood in the house, you mentioned a head wound, you didn't even say a damn thing about that. Not a peep, Tisha. You blew right past it. So fill in the blanks for me.
No. What are you talking about, a head wound? I never said to you about any kind of head wound. I think this is where you...
No, you did. You said in the bicycle incident, which you later told me was not true, but you...
I already told you I made that up because you would never believe anything I said.
Okay, so how did the puddle of blood get there? Because it wasn't there before we moved in. So, okay, tell me about the puddle of blood in the corner. No, you said the wall. You said there was something on the wall. Who cares what it was? You cleaned it. I don't know anything about that other than what you said.
We cleaned everything from when Gannon... Okay.
Yeah, and no, you didn't, because we haven't talked about this. There was a puddle of blood the size of like one of those paper dinner platter plates. I mean, it's significant, and that was on the concrete, which means it had to be significantly bigger and more thicker. Whatever. I can't hear you.
And this is the beauty about this test, about what I was bringing out here. No matter what she is going to say, and no matter what she says that she made up, etc., what is true is there was an actual blood on the wall, and something that she has admitted that they had to clean up, and something that she thought that she had cleaned up. And the only reason why she had even admitted to cleaning this up is because Al saw it. Al saw the wall. So where she thought that she got away with it, like Al saw it, and the detectives, everyone that was part of it, she didn't do evidently a great job cleaning up, because there were parts of Gannon's. There was a pool of blood that was found in Gannon's room. So this is what he's referencing, and no matter what, she cannot escape this through the amount of whatever stories that she chooses to invent next.
Hello? I can't hear you.
You're talking about something.
I'm talking about something. No, it was not already there. Okay, that blood was not already there. How did the blood get there? Okay, it was a significant amount of blood. How did it get there in the corner of Gannon's room, under his bed, which you told me the beds were pushed together? So how did the blood get there?
Are you done yelling at me?
I'm not yelling. How did the blood get there?
You can tell all your little police people that are listening.
Did Quincy Brown bang Gannon's head up against the wall or something? Did he bust Gannon's head open? Did he hit him with a 2x4? What did Quincy do to Gannon? What did he do to Gannon that put blood on the floor?
Because I'm not stupid. I know you have police there. I know you have people there.
Oh
You
my
can
God.
believe whatever you want, obviously, because I've had so many freaking stories that you believe that were true to tell me, and then you always back off of them. Okay, so you can believe whatever the hell you want to believe. All I believe is what I saw.
Yeah, but that's what you've done.
All I believe is what I saw. Blood on the floor in my son's room, and my son is missing. Okay, that's the two things I know. Gannon was hurt in my house.
I don't know. How many times do I have to say this to you? I don't know.
You don't know how he got hurt, okay?
You asked me 15 times the same as that question, and I'm giving you the same as that answer. I don't know. Then you try to turn it, and you try to ask me another way, and then you try to turn it around, and you try to take something nice and sweet like you really care, and then you come back and ask me the same question again. And I'm giving you the same answer. If you're so concerned about...
But you had no stop, because you haven't given me the same answer. It's been a different story every time.
Sure aren't your ass. You sure aren't your ass to go find him to see what he did to Gannon. You are too busy worrying about something that you think you can solve.
I'm still waiting on the address. You were supposed to give me the address. You were supposed to give me the address from your lawyer's people.
Me.
Yes, because you said they had it.
You know, the FBI...
Now you're changing your story. You called the police, not me. I wasn't there. I'll take the blame for not being there, for not protecting you. You called the police. Why did you call the police?
Answer that.
Am.
Actually, no, stop right there. You called the police and told him he ran away. Not that
Thank
Quincy Brown
you.
took him. What the fuck, Tisha? Answer that for me. You know, without a shadow of a doubt, Quincy Brown, and I believe you, Quincy Brown has my son. This motherfucker from somewhere up north of here, okay? But you called the police and said he ran away. Don't tell me you were freaking out.
Stop! He's already dead.
Lord. He's going in on her.
Said he ran away. Don't tell me you were freaking out. Okay, no, don't give me some bullshit. Don't give me some bullshit story, teacher. Tell me the goddamn truth right now.
I love Al when he's like this. I love it because this is the first time he was like this was on the 14th when he made the call, the first call that we went through earlier in the show. Now he is back at it again. Love it.
Sir, if you're not going to listen to my answer, then why are you talking?
I'm listening. This is it. This is the line in the sand. Quincy Brown got my son, and you told the police he ran away, and there's blood in his room.
Thank you. There are two things that will be running through a concern's dad. So even if Al doesn't believe her for whatever she says, there is one concern that will run through his head. Why, if I don't believe this girl, is she helping Quincy Brown? What has she done to my son? You also got to think of the fact that Al said that she was material. You know, she looks up to the Kardashians. Could it be possible that he was even thinking at this point that she could have sold his son on the black market to this Mexican cartel people so that she can make some money to live that extravagant lifestyle and live above her means? These things really do count. It really does count because this is all we heard from day one. And I'm starting to imagine we wouldn't hear things like this if it didn't add to the motive for what she might be doing, because that's the only thing that's ringing in my head. That's the impact of this testimony. And if the jury were paying attention, it's probably ringing in their head too, because I can't shake the thought that the only explanation for her doing this and her going around in circles the way she did is that she was hired to kill this son, to kill this child. And I don't know why. But that's a thought that's in my head.
Why would I call the police?
I said Quincy Brown was guilty. I didn't say you. I said Quincy Brown. Why are you talking about yourself? Why did you say if you were guilty? You told me you weren't the whole time. Why did you say if you were guilty? You said Quincy Brown and I said Quincy Brown. You keep bringing it back to you, not me. No, I said there's blood in the room. Quincy Brown took him. You called the police and said he ran away. Explain all those things to me right now.
Yes. Base. Silence. That's all you're getting. Silence.
Albert?
What?
Can you calm down? I'm answering your question.
I'm calm.
I hate it. I hate that. This is manipulation 101. They do this all the time. Manipulators do this all the time. They know that when they are that they would take their time. They'll be like, okay, he has reacted in this way. I'll make it about how he says it. I'll make it about not what he said, just how he says it, his tone. And that way he might go into this whole, because that's the aim for her saying, when you're calmed down. The aim of it is to get him off his center, to stop him from asking these questions, and to get him emotional and wound up again, so that they can go around in circles and she can do a dramatic exit, so that it doesn't happen again. So that she doesn't continue to get asked more invasive questions. Well, questions are invasive to her. Lisa Warren, welcome to the channel. I just find your channel. I love the name of your channel. Great job. Thank you so much. Ketchup Court. This is the place. The spiciest core in the land. We make hard trials a lot more palatable to enjoy. We make a lot. We are the saucy crew over here. We keep things saucy here. But yeah, like all we do is catch up on trials over here. And like we're doing with the Letecia Stauch case right now. So welcome. Hopefully that you are enjoying the stream. Don't forget to hit that like button as well while you are here. So let's get back into this testimony.
I'm calm as a king.
Because I'm not stupid. Yeah.
I'm not stupid either. You fucking lied to me and you fucking lied to the police. I'm not stupid either. So you better get right.
I told the police when I got there what happened.
Man, you told them he ran away and the whole neighborhood was looking for a runaway for days and days and days. You're lying. You are now lying, and I'm calling you out. You're lying.
That is not true. That is not what happened. When they interviewed me, I told them exactly what happened.
But that's not okay. I don't give a fuck what you said. You told me he was a runaway, so I called, and I cursed the lady out on the recorded line. Told her to get there for my runaway son. Okay, you never once told me Quincy Brown had the boy and there was blood in his room. So you better get it straight right now.
Based.
When you stop yelling at me.
When you start telling the truth. Tell the truth and I'll stop getting upset. You're lying.
I told you the truth.
You are lying, Tisha.
You call me back.
Go ahead and hang up when you call me back when you got the truth. You're fucking lying.
I knew it. It was coming. It was coming. It was always coming.
Are you done yelling and cursing at me?
Oh, she didn't.
Go ahead.
So,
this guy, I'm telling you, this guy is experienced. This guy has dealt with so many people like her so much time, because she should be hanging up the phone right now. She should be storming off, but she knows she hasn't got him to the point that she wants, so that he can ruminate and think, oh, maybe what I said was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have approached it the way I did. She knows he is not in that state, and she's trying to get him in that state so that with the main goal and the main reason why she's trying to get into that state is so that he doesn't ask questions about Gannon ever again, so that they can move past it in a toxic way. So that's the only reason why I can see why she's doing all this, because she should be hanging up right now. She said that she was going to hang up, and yet it's continuing.
for a second. For a minute. I need you to breathe. Because you're yelling at me. And I can't even answer a question when you're screaming. Every time I go to open my mouth, you're screaming and yelling at me.
Every time there's a lie, I'm going to call you out. So let's go. Let's see.
Before there's a big lie.
Okay, I'm just going to warn you. I'm firing a warning shot right now. You lie, I'm going to tell you you're lying. Go ahead.
Look, I haven't even said that. You're still running your yap.
All right.
You're still running your yap.
All right, I'm shutting my yap. Go ahead.
Still running your yap. If there was blood in Gannon's room, that would have been already from when he cut his foot. I've already told you that, okay? I told you that his arm from him getting burned was bleeding some, and so was his foot. I've already told you that.
Okay, you're lying. You're lying. Stop. That's a lie. Change it again, because that's a lie. Here's the game we're going to play. Every time you lie, I'm going to call you out. You can't bleed that much from a burn. You can't bleed that much from a burn. You can't bleed that much from a cut on your foot from a 2x4. I'm not stupid. You're lying. Go ahead. Change it again. You're lying.
Side. You said a plate side.
A plate, a dinner plate, that's what seeped through, Tisha. That means there was a puddle of blood on the damn carpet to seep through the carpet, an inch of carpet pad, and onto the concrete pad where it looked like it had been sitting there for days, okay? All right, that's what I saw, so tell the fucking truth.
Maybe you should ask the people who were there living, because I never was there and contaminated the crime scene. Maybe you should ask them.
Tisha, guess what? Guess what?
Well, get your fucking asses on the contamination.
All right, good.
Who did that? Who did it?
All right, nice. Guess what? Guess what? You're just telling on yourself now. You're worried about you're worried about a damn loophole. You're trying to find a loophole, okay? Oh.
Contaminated it.
Okay, there's another loophole. All right, there's another loophole.
Contaminated.
All right, there's 3 loopholes
Here
already.
it comes.
Contaminated.
All right.
Hang up,
They
hang
don't
up,
to me that
hang
they
up
left
the phone.
protectors with a child missing, maybe they contaminated.
That's fine. Okay, fine. All right. So that's
like it when I'm talking to you.
Landon, Lena, Veronica, and me. That's 4 loopholes right there. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to quit lying. You just told on, hey, between me and you just told on yourself because you just said they contaminated a crime scene is what you said.
No, I said y'all contaminated, meaning y'all put it in there then.
Oh, we put it in there?
Do you?
Okay.
Do you?
All right. So you see, here you go. Here you go with the spin game. Oh, you were
Maybe your brother did.
you were on the cut foot and the burnt arm. Now it's a spin game. Okay. All right. Keep going with the spin.
You want that you know the answer, so I mean, since you know the fucking answer, I was going to ask you the bullshit you said me.
Yeah, that's freaking. It's freaking. I know what the answer is. It's freaking Gannon's blood. It's Gannon's blood from a head injury. Now, how did he get a head injury? How did he get a head injury over there in the corner? I mean, you freaking told on yourself saying you pushed the beds together. You pushed the beds together. We've never pushed the beds together. You're lying.
I've done it. So let me tell you something else. If you went in somewhere where there was blood and you were allowed to walk in there, maybe you did it.
Oh, maybe I did it, huh?
He wasn't allowed anywhere to be there.
Oh, wait a minute.
You do it.
Wait a minute.
So you just said you walked in somewhere to see it. Did you do it? But if you said if that was the case, what you're telling me is you shouldn't even been allowed in there.
Oh. I was in Oklahoma. That's what I got to say. That's my loophole. Okay. You want to try to pin it on me? Go ahead.
I was in there the other day.
Yeah, I walked in there and saw it after. Hey, you told on yourself because you. Hey.
Then maybe you put it in there because you know why?
All right. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Okay.
You in there then.
Hey,
You put the United States and you put the walk in supposed crime scene.
listen. Calm down.
Did you walk? Okay, did you walk in the room, huh?
What do you think is going to happen? Hey, what do you think is going to happen when they solve this crime? Okay. What do you think?
Someone must have walked in there too, huh?
What do you think? I don't know.
Me and accused me. You said you went somewhere. So who the fuck done it? Did she do it?
Just tell. Hey.
He has her by the
This was a crime
ropes.
scene. Y'all were fucking allowed to be in there.
He has her by the ropes.
So, okay.
Tell me better than this.
He has her by the ropes. And now she's playing her like a fiddle.
No, I said I saw it. Don't twist my words. I saw it.
Who else went in there? God.
Okay. You want to know? You want to know who else walked in there? You, Gannon with a head injury, Quincy Brown, and a puddle of blood walked in there. That's who walked in there. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen when they find that boy and put all these pieces together? Okay. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
If that's what you think.
You can say whatever you want. Okay. Maybe this was a freaking accident. Maybe we can fix it. Okay. But the truth don't lie.
Accuse me. No.
I didn't accuse you. I accused Quincy Brown, and maybe there's a part of this that's an accident. Okay.
Some head injury to Gannon Jacob Stauch. I don't know about it, or I didn't do it.
Or why is it an or? Why is it an or? Okay. That's why I don't trust you.
Do it.
No,
And the beauty of this is, the beauty of all that's happening is, she cannot let it go now because she has already told him the story. She had already seen him take it all in, believe it all, and then dash it forward, and then believe her again. She has been put into such a cycle that now that he's calling her out and shutting down every single turn, she cannot do anything else outside of just shout at him and try to just manipulate him, and it's just not working. A pot of blood just walked in there. A pot of oh gosh, I loved everything about this moment. And the next part that we're gonna get into, because this is the part that really took me aback, and this is when she again goes back to describe what happened on that day that she was supposedly sexually assaulted by this Mexican guy. Leticia details that she saw this guy hanging in the storage room again, and her memory starts to fade at this point. Let's listen to this audio because oh my gosh.
No, I'm sorry. It's probably cutting out. So you went downstairs and what?
So they're now talking with Amber Cronan. Amber Cronan is the FBI agent that was facilitating with our Stauch. So what has basically happened is that they were talking. What is it? I was speaking with Leticia after numerous back and forths. Leticia finally agreed to speak with the FBI about what she told Al had happened with Gannon. So she wouldn't tell him, but she says that she will speak to the FBI. So Al being okay, fine. You want to speak with the FBI? Fine. I will make it happen. So he goes ahead, connects both of them, and now she's speaking with Amber Cronan, and then she is going to give a rundown of basically everything to do with to do with Gannon.
You see.
Well, I went downstairs immediately, and I saw that this guy was standing at the storage room, which is in between Gannon's room and our downstairs basement.
Okay. And as you're looking at this guy, what does he look like?
He was dark-skinned. Hispanic, maybe mixed. You know, I'm not real sure, like, as far as to give you a nationality. More darker skin.
Okay.
And about 5'7", and maybe about 108 pounds.
I'm sorry. Did you say 100?
Now, in my mind, I didn't just go over those.
Yeah.
Those stats. Originally, I got scared, and then I just kind of.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's terrifying. I mean, I can imagine it would be terrifying to see somebody in your house. So, so you had said he was about 5'7", 180 or 108? Did I mishear you?
No. 180.
Okay, about 180.
I say 180 because my husband is like 200.
Sure.
Like smaller than him, so that's why I would say 180.
Okay, and do you remember anything else about him, like his hair color, what he was wearing?
Yeah, he was very like a close cut beard.
Mm-hmm.
He had a tattoo on his arm. I don't remember what it was. I just vaguely remember that.
Uh-huh. What was he wearing?
I don't really remember. I've had so many like bad dreams that I pictured so many different things now.
Sure.
I don't remember.
Hey, and as you're looking at him, I mean, which arm was his tattoo on?
I don't remember.
Okay. I mean, was he facing you? Was he facing away from you?
Right. So he was coming out of our storage room, which I assume, I don't want to make any speculation, that's where he was hiding at. And now, so let me tell you what was weird about this, so that before I finish. When I got there, the alarm.
And now she goes into a monologue. Asks questions. She gives them, I don't remember, direct questions, things to do with things to try and trace this guy, to find the son. The whole frustrating part about all of this is they're trying to find the son. And every single point, every single turn that you would think, okay, we're finally making progress, she's like, let me tell you what's weird about. Why do you need a monologue? Why do we need to know? What is so interesting about what you have to say about how weird is this and this and that? Why can't you just tell them this is what the guy looked like? Okay, you don't remember? Fine, that's fine. Okay, you don't remember the tattoo? That's fine. Okay, where did Gannon, where was he last seen? All these things. Why do you need all these stories?
Set the alarm away when I got there,
Uh-huh.
when I left, but it was on arm stay, but it didn't dawn on me at the moment what arm stay meant, that someone, there's no
Inferior motion sensors. I know what that means. I gotcha.
So like, it didn't dawn on me that I did have to put the alarm in when I walked in. So none of this runs through my mind that, until in the moment, all this is running through my mind, like, this is why, because I was thinking, dogs, whatever, this is why, all of a sudden happened, like, this is why the alarm didn't trigger on the way.
Yeah. So do you think that somebody reset your alarm? Is that what you're getting at?
Do what now?
I'm sorry. Were you thinking that somebody reset your alarm? Because you said your alarm's weird, that it was a stay instead of away.
No, you don't reset it. If you have, the way that ours was set up, because of how that door didn't have a sensor on it. Like, say, for example, if I set it on arm away and I left for the day, and the dog, say one of them got out of the crate and moved, it would go to arm stay first.
Okay.
Because somebody was like, there was already motion in there.
Okay. So when you left for the day, did you set it as stay or away? When you and Gannon left at 10?
Sure, I said it. I'm pretty sure I said it as arm away because this is something I had to like show later on. So we were talking about, that was just, I'm not a positive if that's why. I'm just saying this was something later on that when we went through everything, that was what we noticed, that it went to arm stay.
Okay.
Anyway, so at this point in time, you know, I'm just like thinking he's gonna like just completely rob us because he had one of our guns. So at this point in time, I knew he had already been in our house somewhere, somehow, sometime, because in order for him to have obtained a handgun, he would have had that already, you know, be in the house.
Okay. Did you guys normally lock your weapons up?
No.
Okay. Where do you normally store them?
But they're all over the house. So prior to this happening, my husband and I went on a cruise. And so when we went on the cruise, we had hired a lady, and my daughter wouldn't have to stay at home with them, but we hired a lady to come stay as well on rover.com.
Yep.
And she just kind of stayed in the house. So when she came, I just pulled the handguns downstairs. And like Albert, we were talking about making sure we weren't just leaving them around the house, you know, even though she had been like checked and rover and stuff like that. We don't want to sleep them.
Sure.
So I had took two of the handguns downstairs. So that was the only reason the two of the guns would have been downstairs, because we had just got back from our cruise and we had hid them down there in the storage room.
Okay. So he came out of the storage room with one of the weapons that you had previously stored in there, is what you're saying?
Yeah, when I say hid, they weren't like put away somewhere. They were just in the storage room, like they were inside.
Okay. And which weapon was it that he had with him?
One of the black ones.
Okay. Like, was it a handgun, a long gun?
Yeah, a handgun. The big guns were upstairs.
Okay.
So at first I was in shock, thinking whatever you want, and I'm not going to go through screaming what I said. I'm just going to tell you because you won't understand me if I get like, you know, I was on the phone like 4 different times telling people, so if I can't go through screaming and all that again.
Yeah, and obviously you don't have to scream at me. I understand.
Yeah, no, I just don't want you like to think I, you know, word for word verbatim to tell you what I said and this and that and the other. So I immediately Gannon was in the room, like about maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 feet from his door or whatever, just yada yada yada, doing his thing, whatever.
I'm sorry. Gannon was in his room, or Gannon was outside of his room, so he saw this guy out there too.
No. Gannon was still in his room. I was just giving you a distance of how far, because Gannon's door was open at this point.
Okay. Okay, so you said his door was open, but you could see Gannon in his room?
Yeah, and I could see Gannon in his room.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember exactly what the guy was saying to me. I just remember.
That is very important because she's giving the impression that Gannon is still alive at this point. So this is supposedly supposed to be on the 28th before she goes missing. That's the impression that she's giving. Gannon is alive at this point. To give the investigators like to get them off her back or something like that, because I don't see how this testimony helps. Sorry, not testimony. I don't see how this whole spill actually does help the investigators at all. How does it still doesn't answer the questions that was posed before. In fact, they are so far removed from the questions.
I was like yelling, and Gannon was yelling, and Gannon thought that I was like freaked out and scared, and I told him he could have whatever he wanted, all this. So it went about 1 hour of us just sitting there, me and Gannon sitting in his room, as this guy was asking questions. He was asking, did we own this? Did we own that? All I remember was about weapons and did we know anything about these people? He said somebody named Terrence, and I don't even know. I didn't have no clue who he was talking about, what he was talking about. My assumption was he had the wrong people that he was looking for, because we haven't even lived there that long, and I don't even know these people.
So what kind of possessions was he asking you about if you had? I mean, was he asking you about your possessions or somebody else's, or what?
Yes, he was asking, was there a safe? Like your typical theft, like things that a theft would want. Did you have a safe? Was there any money in the house? And I swear to you, we don't keep any, I swear to God, we don't keep any money in the house. We barely keep our cards on it, Oh, crap, this is at 2%. Hold on 1 second.
And that is, that is the most, that is the disturbing part about all of this, is because she is now trying to run this whole thing with the FBI. The police didn't work. Well, because she's still thinking that the police believe her at this point because they didn't arrest her from the first moment. That's what I personally think. I think the police arrested her when she started taking off. None of this gets to this point. But they didn't arrest her, and they only made her a person of interest and started tracking her car, etc. And which is why we have so much intel on this case. But had they arrested her from the jump, I don't think she would take this route that she has taken and told this many lies.
Super safe. 1 second, I'm getting car charger. Sure. Okay.
ma'am, that you're still under oath.
All right, so that's all I wanted from Amber Cronan's testimony. We're now gonna go into the MVP for the show, and this is Johnny Grusing. He is the FBI special agent on the case, and what he had to give us in terms of the audios and the interrogations of Letecia Stauch was glorious. Let's get into it.
Bleed, direct pressure not controlling.
Do what? I didn't look this up.
It's from your phone.
Blood is what?
Spurting from an arterial bleed.
No.
Well, somebody did from your phone. I don't like my stepson.
No.
I don't like my stepson. Should I get a divorce? I'll stalk cheating. I'll stalk Instagram. I'll stalk cheating in Colorado Springs.
So now we're getting to the point. We are now getting to the point of the show, to the point of the show where we have to now look a lot more granular at the facts presented, because everything that we've seen so far is nothing compared to what we're about to listen to by John Grusing. I swear, the phone calls that we're about to get into is incisive and damning. And in all fairness, I'm going to stay a bit longer for today. I just want to make a quick announcement before continuing. I'm going to stay a bit longer for today because I am for the next 2 weeks I am predisposed with a church matter, so I have to handle my my faith life, etc. So for the next 2 weeks I am predisposed, so there will be no weekly stream. So for this week I'm going to go through everything. I'm going to go through as much as possible with this remaining witness, because there's a lot to get through with this witness. There's a lot, and I don't want it to overlap to when we are back after 2 weeks from now. John Grusing. I have so much words of love. I want to write this guy a love letter, like saying, hey, if you can take me under your wing, I would love it, because I loved how he handled Leticia. I love how he was a real pro. And Leticia, he revealed something to me about Leticia, because Leticia literally does believe he can take on each and every single one of these people, because she had, and I really believe it really goes back to the fact that she wasn't arrested. It goes back to that. I really believe that that had that not happened, she wouldn't have got this confidence to do all of this. So the first part of John Grusing's testimony goes into the audios that was recorded between Leticia and Al Stauch on the 16th of February. And this was in regards to Quincy Brown. This Quincy Brown character that we've heard all about. We're now going to hear the truth about Quincy Brown. We're now going to hear about his whereabouts. We're now going to hear about his validity, because he is actually a real person. He is actually a real person, as was established on day 3, I believe. It was established that he was a sexual assault, a rape, someone that was convicted of rape in the community. So that was definitely established. But what basically come out from Grusing's testimony was so damning for Leticia's case that I'm wondering how she is sitting there and experiencing all this. And I'm also wondering why the jury took 3 days. I think it was 18 hours to come to this verdict, to the guilty verdict that they have. I'm wondering how it took them that long to reach this verdict. But nonetheless, I'm digressing. Let's get into Grusing's testimony.
Yeah. So I just got off the phone with your girl Nicole, and then I talked to the investigative reporter. You know what I found out? I found out where Quincy is, so
Okay.
we're making progress. His family at the house believes he's been in Mexico for over 2 years and hasn't been back.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
How do you?
Wait. How do you know? How do you know that that's not true? How does she know that that's not true? She was so quick as well. And this is the thing. Remember before, she said that everything was true about everything about the head wound. That wasn't true. When she testified on Amber Cronan's testimony on the 15th, she said everything about the head injury, that wasn't true. But Quincy Brown, that's true. So the sexual assault, that's true. Him being in Mexico has thrown such a dent in everything that Leticia has banked on for these past few weeks, for these past few days of like this. It's only been a day or two of listening to these phone calls. Everything that she's banked on with that lie is now falling down like a domino, falling down like dominoes. Yeah, like that Jessie J song. Anyway, moving on. Katy Perry or Jessie J? Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's continue on with the audio.
No.
Oh, okay, whatever. You're not going to listen to me.
I did. I listened to you.
And make up these stories. Really?
No, I listened to you. I listened to your contact of Nicole. I listened to her, the person she sent, okay, who was the investigative reporter that you were referencing. So all that was true. So thank you for telling the truth on that, okay? The part that's not true is Quincy Brown. He's been in Mexico for 2 years. Quincy Brown is not involved in this.
Mexico? You don't know Mexico.
That's what his family said. That's what his family said.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the family said Mexico?
Yeah, because they've been looking for him too, believe it or not. Go figure.
Yeah, sure.
So why the misinformation? Why are you telling me not true? Okay, the news people said this was misinformation. That's why they're not running your story. Okay?
I didn't give him.
Yeah, you did. You gave him Quincy Brown. You gave him misinformation. You gave him a story. Okay?
I didn't give it any news story.
Yeah, Nicole's a news person. You know that. You called her and did an interview with her or statement or whatever. So yeah, you did give her misinformation. That's what they called it. That's what they called it. Tisha, call them back and cuss them out. Don't talk to me like this. You gave them misinformation.
Okay. But that's who the ID said. That's what it is.
Okay, that's who the ID said, and somebody's took his ID from 2 years ago and is now.
You need to figure that out because you're not touching it up.
So that's what I'm doing, trying to figure it out. Okay, and you're not working with me here. You said you want to be an involved parent. I'm just blown away because you say you want to be an involved parent. You sent me a picture of this dude. Okay, where'd you get the picture from?
Nicole, this is. I said yes.
Okay, so Nicole sent you the picture. You've also got messages from this dude. Okay, and he never says who he is. Yeah. I got it, but it never said, "Hey, this is Quincy. Send me my money." You know, I'm the guy.
Said that's what he looks like.
Okay.
Then he has in Mexico.
But
He's a stupid Mexico. That's one thing. This is what people do.
Okay, but you said that he wasn't in Mexico. Now you're saying he's in Mexico. They said he was there for 2 years.
I said people can go back and forth to Mexico. Well, that should be an indicator to you right there.
Yeah, but you know what? But you can check it out though. Check it out though. He's been wanted for over 2 years. If he came back and forth across the border in the past month, they would have stopped him because he's a wanted man. Okay.
No, they wouldn't.
And you just said it's perfect that Gannon's in Mexico? That's one of the worst places on the world right now.
It's an area for his.
For who? What's wrong is my son's missing and you keep lying to me, okay? That's what's wrong, Tisha. That's what's wrong.
Tell him,
so
Al.
Give me my son back. Tell the truth. Give me my son back.
Don't tell him.
Where's he at then? Who has him? You haven't answered not one of my questions.
Do that.
Well, guess what? I don't want you to call me back because you're not doing nothing but lying to me and sending me in a different direction than what you know is the truth.
Okay, whatever. Good for you. Thank you.
Yep. All right.
And then she hangs up the call. And that's the most... Everything that she has just done right there. She just realized that she has to now come up with a new story. That's what she realized. And that's why she hung up and then spent a bit of time away from all of this, just to come back and give a story about Gannon being left in the car. A new story out of nowhere. Let's listen.
Feel horrible because I feel like one of those people that didn't realize that they left their baby in the car. Do you realize how freaked out? People want to know why I look around everywhere, why my GPS went everywhere today, because I tried looking. Now I have to sit back and have people fuss at me and say, first of all, where's Gannon? I don't know. I told you this from the beginning. I don't know. I don't. You think if I driving me insane, I don't know.
So for
I have to feel like whatever you have to say something about.
So for context, she has what she's describing right now is going back to Petco. She is describing the happenings of what happened at Petco.
I didn't even pay attention. He's always just so quiet. I wasn't even thinking. Then I go into panic mode. Thinking surely he's going to be home. Surely, because he was talking about a friend with a car. They had a car. I said, surely, maybe he thinks he feels horrible.
Yeah.
He's going to call this person or do whatever, and he'll be back home. That's it. And you think I don't have to live with this every single day? Hello?
I'm here. I'm just listening.
See? Now you're just listening. I give you what you want, and you're just listening.
What do you want him to
Well,
do?
what do you want me to do? You want me to pick holes in it? I promised you I'd listen. You asked me to listen. I promised it.
You want me to
So
pick-
now there's holes to pick in it?
That's not. Yeah, I mean, I can if you want me to. You want to do that?
Who's picking it?
All right, listen. I'm done, okay? Because we started off talking about an accident, okay? Now, basically, we got another Quincy Brown. So what's this guy's name, okay? When you come up with that, when you come up with the next person's name, you call me back, all right?
Oh my gosh! And this time, the beautiful part about it is that this time it was him that hung up. It was Al that hung up because of how Leticia is. Leticia is more she has now given him a new person to look for. She's now creating a new story around this. And this is where she calls back on the 17th. So the 17th draws by now. And this is when Al starts to tell Leticia that he is going to tell the investigators that his wife had lied to him and she was the last one to see his son alive. So he is losing a lot of patience at this point. He is not having anything to do with her anymore at this point. I can even imagine that they're probably gonna break up at this point, which is why I think Leticia keeps bringing up the fact that is he seeing other women, because it's actually very likely that Leticia has never seen this side of Al, like Al being this direct. Like it seems like Leticia is used to getting her own way, and because he's being this direct, she tries to deflect by saying that he is probably seeing other women. But I digress for a second. And and this is, but let's get into a testimony, because this is where Al starts to reveal his true feelings about this whole ordeal to Leticia, and what he thinks her whole involvement in all this is.
No, that's not what I said. If it was an accident, that explains it. You killed him, that explains it. I mean, it's pretty simple. Okay, it was an accident. Okay, an accident.
Nothing was an accident. I'm asking you a daggone question. I started yelling at me. I said, if you just said that you was doing basically on the stand. It's what you told me.
No.
You said if they ask me what I think. Situation, okay? So you're telling me that you're going to speculate what you think happened. And you just told me there's no this, there's no evidence, there's no other.
No, all right, you're right, you're right. Back off of that. Back off of that. What I will tell them is this. I will tell them this, that my wife had the opportunity to tell me the truth, but she chose to lie to me repeatedly, make up fake people, Uncle Matt, Eduardo, freaking Quincy Jones or whatever his name was in Mexico, okay? She told me all these stories to get me going in 17 different directions that I still don't know the truth, and that I know for a fact she was the last one to see him in our home.
I'm gonna let you just be like, I'm gonna let you just have that opinion because that's.
No, stop. No, that's not an opinion, okay? I stated all the facts, I dropped the mic and I'm out, okay? That's what that is. I got nothing else to say about it other than you lied to me, and you're the last one to hear my little boy cry and little boy say I'm bleeding and to see him live and well.
Oh my God, they edited that video. You're an idiot. The actors edited that video like that. Oh my God.
Okay, then tell me something that's truth. You didn't deny it. You didn't deny. Okay, fine. I'm sorry I said that. Okay, maybe it is edited, but you didn't flip out when I said you're the last one to see him alive. Okay, you flipped out when he said that he was bleeding. So explain that to me, Tisha.
As far as I know, he was alive. I'm not going to say any differently because I'm not going to be a parent.
Okay, you still didn't answer the question. Now you're telling me your opinion. You told me not to give opinion. Now you're giving me opinion. Okay, I said you're the last one to see him alive and or in the house. Okay, because you are. So now fill in the blank. No, that's not what I think. That's the truth, and you haven't denied that one time.
You think that I'm not going to say anything because why would I say anything?
Well, you freaking jump on me when I say he's in the video. He said he was bleeding. You said they edited that. So you can't have it both ways. You're going to deny it. You're not going to deny it because you're denying stuff you think is not true.
I've already denied what you just said.
That you're the last one to see him.
That I am not the last one to see him.
Then who is? Yeah, you told me Quincy Brown. We proved him false. Okay. That was easy. All I had to do was call a reporter, okay? I didn't have to have any evidence. I just called a reporter, and she said, yep, he ain't been around for a while. He's been gone a minute. Okay, so who was it?
You've already said that it was no one else, so why does it matter?
But you just said it was, so I'm asking who it was.
I am not listening.
See, here you go again. You can't spin me, teacher. You can spin Facebook, you can spin the media, but you can't spin me, all right?
Facebook.
If you want.
So many times I ain't been on there.
Yeah, I mean, fine. But you can't spin me, I'm telling you. You should know that by now.
I'm not trying to spin you.
Hey, you know what? What about the blood in the corner? Okay, that came from Gannon knocking his nose. Yeah, the corner of his bedroom where you push the beds together. What about the blood?
Oh God, you are you're grasping.
I'm not. I saw blood. Okay, that's not grasping. I saw it.
Oh, hold on a minute. Tell me again. You saw it.
Saw what?
Tell me what you saw.
Oh, you recording me now? Go ahead, just tell me. I'll say it. I saw it. Blood in the corner of his room. Record me. I don't give a fuck, Tisha. That's my son's blood, and I saw it.
Okay, you proved it, A, that you saw it. B, you proved it identical blood.
So how to get
My
that?
question is, why do you care about this? Why is she so concerned about this blood in the bedroom if she has nothing to do with this? She keeps saying it's first and foremost, she said that this was an accident from day 3 of this trial. She said this was an accident. So naturally, you just have to ask the question, okay, it's an accident. Did you cause the accident, or was it Quincy Brown that caused the accident? Now she is inquiring. Now she doesn't really believe him that he saw the blood. Why do you have to? Because the only reason I can think of is, of course, the fact that she said that she cleaned it up, but she really thought that she cleaned everything up, and she doesn't know how these guys knew that there was blood there. And the most annoying part about this is that she has already copped to it. She has already said that she cleaned it up. She only gave this testimony. Gave this account because of the fact that he called her on the bluff. He called her bluff on it.
Sure, you prove that.
You just said you're going on back, so I'm trying to get this straight. You're going on back.
Yes.
You're telling me you walk in and they showed you this. So what you told somebody, you are. Is that a fact?
I saw it. You tell me whose blood it was. You were there.
Okay. So there we go.
You were there.
What?
You were part of the crime, so you tell me.
No, I was not. There was 18 people in that house.
Yeah, you were.
There was 18 people when Gannon got hurt and these accidents happened, and then he. Okay. All right, now, see, I told you, you can't spin me, Tisha, but go ahead. I'll listen to you spin. Go ahead, spin it around.
I'm not trying to spin you at all. I'm saying what you. I'm just trying to get a fact from you what you're saying. One, you told me that all you and whoever else are in the middle of a supposed crime.
No, what you're doing, no, hold on, no, stop for a second. What you're doing is you're not focusing on the crime, you're focusing on the people here helping to find Gannon, okay? Like that's gonna fly. You're gonna go up there and say, no, it's bullshit, Tisha.
How they're gonna rip you guys and tear you apart because it's a lie.
Okay.
You contaminated the crime scene, supposedly, is what you said.
Okay, so whatever.
That's what you said.
But what you said was it was Gannon's blood, so I'm going based off the facts that you told me.
You said I never said that.
Yeah, you did. No, you said it was yours and Gannon's blood, okay? That's what you said. That's exactly what you said. That's what you said.
You was finding Gannon's blood on any concrete.
You are lying.
I never told you about any concrete in Gannon's blood.
Right. You're lying.
You said you saw it.
That's going to be noted, okay? I'm writing down notes right now. You're lying. Tisha lies again.
Down.
Tisha admitted at the beginning of the conversation she lied 15 times.
As long as you and whoever else you had in this home were in the home in the middle of a supposed crime scene, they're going to rip y'all to shreds.
Why would you even say that if it's not a crime scene? You told me it was an accident. So is it a crime or an accident?
You said it was.
You told me it was the scene of an accident.
Yeah.
So is it an accident or a crime scene?
Let me ask you this question then. Okay. This was a supposed scene.
I can't.
This was a supposed scene. And then you saw, like you have not came out so differently, you stood up and talk fucking shit about, okay? So then your friendly neighbor that fucking got paid money who released the video that says Gannon didn't come back is the house of crime scene.
Is she sleeping? Wait, is she sleeping? That's her? Wait, where is she? Is her head down? The defense has been, like, from day one, the defense has been a calamity. Not only as Leticia flipped off the bird, not only as the lawyers were laughing with Leticia gave the bird to the witnesses, and she was admonished for it by the judge. But not only as that happened, the lawyers were laughing all the way back in day day 2 or day 3 of the trial. They were laughing back and forth with each other. But now it looks like Leticia is like her head is down throughout this whole testimony, and the optics are just not great for the jury. The optics are just not great because where is she? I can't see her head move at all.
Someone telling me it's a crime scene.
You told me it was.
You told me it was an accident, and now you're telling me it's a crime scene.
So that question.
Real question.
Is she using her phone? She just moved right now. She using her phone?
A supposed crime scene when you guys have done nothing to portray the world.
Hey, do you want me to tell you what I think or what I know? You want me to tell you what I think or what I know? I am. Do you want to know what I think or what I feel or what I know for sure?
Whatever you want to give me.
Okay, what I think is that you did it. What I feel is that you're involved. Excuse me. I think and feel is that you did it. What I know is that you're involved somehow. Okay, that's the bare bones where I'm at right now. I have nothing else. You're involved to some extent. Gannon getting hurt, whether there's an accident or not. There's blood all over the place down in his room. However, I saw it. Who gives a crap at this point? Because the boy's out there hurt. Okay, what I feel like and what I think is that you did it and you're trying to hide it. And you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah, I love Al for that. I love Al for that.
That's what I think.
Don't advise.
Yep.
In your theory that you were saying, your theory, okay? You were telling me that supposedly you think that there was some accident that someone got hurt really bad.
Yep.
Inside.
He thinks that she is involved in this somehow, or she did it. She at first, you gotta love the progression in all this, because at first, his first thought was, did you kill Gannon? That's how we started. Did you kill Gannon? Ask her questions. Then, did you lie about this? Then, on top of that, I don't believe anything you say. I'm just going to discount anything that you do as lies. And now we've reached the final stage of grief. I don't know. I don't even call it grief. Like where the first stage is, denial, bargaining, all those things. We now reach the final stage, basically acceptance. She actually did it. And yeah, that has made me happy.
Okay, in the room. Gannon walked outside to the car, okay?
I didn't say you killed him in his room. Okay, why would I mean? I already told you, and you told me I was stupid for saying this. I think an accident happened that you're involved with, and then I made the assessment, and everybody who saw the video online made the assessment. Gannon was walking kind of sluggish to the truck, and you told me I was a fucking idiot for saying that. Okay, but it makes sense if he had got hurt. Okay, lightheaded, queasy, I don't know, whatever, and now he's having to walk to the truck so you can take him somewhere. Okay.
Okay, we're taking someone to do what?
You tell me.
No, you said you were going on your theory, so I want to hear your theory.
Okay, you want to hear my theory? Okay, you took him somewhere. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I think. You went around town acting all normal, left your phone at the fucking Petco on purpose, okay, and took him out somewhere, God knows where, and left him there. And maybe whacked him over the head with a 2x4 or something. I don't know.
Took him out by somewhere you said whack somebody in the head. So I committed a murder. Is what you're saying?
No, because he could just been knocked out.
What?
You could have knocked him out with a 2x4, not killed him. I mean, if he died, I guess that is murder. I don't know. You're the legal expert here. So, actually, let's back up a second, because here's where I'm at. You're lying, okay? Are you lying to cover yourself? Are you lying to cover for Harley? Which one is it?
Harley?
Yeah, which one is it?
I never knew. I never noticed this before. I just realized what you just did there. Are you lying to cover for yourself, or are you lying to cover for Harley? The reason why you even mentioned Harley is because of how close these two are. So did Harley do something to Gannon? Because Harley is from her side of the family. Gannon is from his side of the family. So they both don't have any connection to Gannon like that. So now I'm guessing the play here is he's now trying to set it up there so that he can see whether she would sell out the daughter immediately and be like, yeah, Harley did it, or whether she would come out and say that she did it.
Already been proof. First of all, you have been at work during all y'all episodes.
So you're lying for yourself?
I'm not lying for anyone.
Okay.
I'm not lying for adults.
But you have this whole time. The first thing you said this morning to me, one of the first things was, I've lied to you repeatedly. I've lied over and over and over again. And I had a point to do it. I had a reason. So what's your reason for lying now?
I'm not lying.
But you've been lying the whole time, so how do I know that?
Everybody exactly what happened from the beginning.
Yeah, but you just said they were lies. You said all that was a lie. Now it's the truth. So
It's like it, so therefore, just make up all your stories. So now you got this theory of some 2x4.
No, that's just okay. But see, you're still not telling the truth, because you said you told everybody from the beginning. The first story from the beginning was Gannon ran away. Okay, immediately proven false. Second story, you got raped in Gannon's room. So proven false. So you've been lying from the beginning, not telling the truth, and you're still lying. So I mean, what's the next lie, Tisha?
I haven't lied.
So now you're lying about saying you were lying?
The beginning is what I'm talking about. You just are never going to believe it.
I know you didn't run away.
Why not just okay then? If that's what you think, you are entitled to what you think you know. In your opinion, you are entitled to that. You are. You think for a second that your own wife, your son, you actually need to get mental help.
I probably will need to get some after this. You're right. My son's out there missing. My wife just admitted to me today that she's lied to me for 3 weeks now. Okay, and you did lie you lied to me from the beginning. All these stories, you said you had a point. Okay, you still haven't told me what the point is. So now you're lying again. And we've narrowed it down to the other person. It's either you by yourself, you and Harley, or Harley had some involvement. Who are you lying for?
Really?
Yeah, really.
So that's what you think? You think that that's what you would do when somebody was at work?
Look at you. So you're defending your 17-year-old, and all I'm trying to do is defend and find my 11-year-old. Please.
You said you're defending your work.
Oh, don't even start with me on that, because I begged you to let me adopt that child for 5 years, so you can shove that one up your ass right now, okay? You can go ahead and shove that one wherever you want to shove it. But you're just disrespecting me. Why don't you just respect me and tell me what happened to Gannon? He's a freaking 11-year-old child out there all by himself somewhere. He's with somebody that he don't need to be with, and you're the only one that has the truth. You.
All right.
And you can't.
So I'm going to have to correct myself what I've done in previous streams. I've always said that Gannon was 6 or 7. Yeah, I was wrong in previous streams. Yeah. Gannon Gannon is 11 years old, which makes this even more annoying. It makes this even more annoying because end of the day, that guy, oh my gosh, it makes this tragic. It makes this even more tragic because that guy really had his life ahead of him. It's not, I don't know. Would it have been worse if it was younger? Like, because I can't.
And you admittedly, yes, you did. You said you lied over and over and over again.
With somebody you don't need to be with. You just said that, but then you told me that no one else is involved.
So which one is it? You tell me. You keep.
You. Do you think that I had an involvement in killing? That's what you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you were there. Gannon's missing. We can't find him. Okay. Nobody would stick to the plan this long after the whole world's looking for him. Okay. So it's you. You're the only one sticking to the plan. You're the only one in the spin machine. You're the only one lying. Everybody else is trying to find the truth. Everybody, Tisha. Even Landon, the one that you think I'm hooking up with, she's just trying to find the truth about her baby boy. Okay.
I'm glad you get to spend the rest of your life with Nancy.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. If you think that's fine. Like you tell me, you're entitled to your opinion, but there's a fact here that you were the last one to see him. I wasn't there, so I don't know anything. You know everything, and you're lying repeatedly over and over again. You didn't get raped. Gannon didn't run away. There's no Quincy Brown, Eduardo, Uncle Matt. There's no high fives. There's no Gannon jumping on his back. Okay, what there is there's blood in his room. Okay, he's gone, and we can't find him. That's what. And you were left with him and didn't come home with him. Okay, and you still haven't filled any of the blanks. I mean, there's facts out there. Okay, there's facts out there. And you won't even tell me the truth. You keep lying to me. Making up some bike bullshit. Okay? Gannon fell off his bike and busted his head and needed 911. Are you serious? And then as soon as I say that, we go back to the house. I mean, I don't even want to do this, okay? You're just going to continue to lie to me. Why am I even wasting my time? So when I testify on the stand, that's what I'm going to say. My wife had all the information. She chose to lie about it. I have nothing else to say. Okay? That's where I'm at. All right. Have a good day.
So this... I love how he ended that call because now everything that he said there was absolutely based, but not just that. This is where this after this call, because this first call was on the 17th. She calls back again, and a bit later on. And then she keeps denying and saying that she did not hurt Gannon, she did not kill Gannon whatsoever, and Gannon and Al Stauch repeats to her over and over again, if you did not lie, if you're not lying about this, if you had cared about Gannon, you wouldn't have lied about this many times. So it's just been a repetition of what we've heard over and over again. So we're not going to go through all the phone calls. But after that, the most important part, after that phone call on the 17th is on the 19th. So on the 18th was the fake polygraph test that was done, like fakepolygraph.com or whatever. She done a polygraph test on that, which is where Cohen's testimony comes in. And then after that, there was a call between her and Al Stauch on the 19th. This call, she says that she doesn't know whether Gannon is in Colorado. That's pretty much the substance of the call, because again, the call just goes over the same thing of I did not do this. I did not kill Gannon. When all he's trying to find out is where is Gannon. So he is fixated on where Gannon is, and she's just fixated on not telling him where it is, and trying to find out, and trying to nip it in the bud, so to speak. So how would you feel if at this point you then hear another story, right? This story is even more weirder than the stories that you've heard previously. We've heard the story about the sexual assault, Gannon jumping on the back of the guy, and then the guy the guy taking off, and Gannon was on his bike, fell off his bike, busted his head open. That was a lie. And then Gannon being taken from the storage room. So many stories I can't keep up. But how about you hear the story of a pregnant lady that had taken Gannon from Petco? Let's listen to this roller coaster of it. Oh my flipping God, I can't believe
Following somebody that they looked, okay? When we came back, I told you 15,000 times about the car following us at Petco. The reason I left the phone at Petco, you wanna know why? Why don't y'all go check the alarm on it? I set an alarm for it to go off if I hadn't came back in the time frame to call the police. I set the alarm on there, Albert. There was no intention. I had my watch on, so with no hiding where I was going or whatever.
But wait. So you said alarm to call the police? Why?
No, not because someone was following us.
From the house or from Petco?
From the house.
Okay.
To Petco.
Okay.
Then from Petco, that's why I kept walking to the door to look, because Gannon was laying down. He was playing the switch, so I knew that they knew nobody was in the car. That's what they thought. Maybe I was being over suspicious.
Well, so help me out here, because I'm in believe teacher mode. So okay, just so you know that. But somebody's following you from the house, and you leave Gannon in the truck.
They never knew anybody was in the truck.
But if they followed you from the house, didn't they see y'all get into the truck?
I was not like from the house, as in our house, like as in not the area that.
All right. Well, okay. All right. Help me be in believe teacher mode. Okay. All right. Don't start spinning. Just tell me. Okay. All right. I'm trying to.
I'm in believe teacher mode. I'm in believe teacher mode.
Okay. So I was there. I was playing with these period things because apparently dogs have periods. Okay. So I'm holding the thing.
Do we need
and
to
I
know
said
this?
alarm, just for the alarm to go off. Whatever. That was for the alarm to go off. Maybe I was being too superstitious. I just was being whatever. I don't know. Okay.
Sorry.
And now you're yawning?
Listen, I don't sleep good at night. I haven't for years. You know that. So go ahead.
I know. I
Albert,
think.
I was supposed to deliver papers.
I think that yawn was personal. I'm not gonna lie. I think that yawn was personal.
Do it, Albert.
Deliver papers for what? Leticia?
And I went to Nevada. There was this pregnant lady. So I agreed to help the pregnant lady because she was really, really pregnant. She gets in the car, which is why Gannon was not in the front seat.
So before we continue on, the story is we're now at Petco. We're at Petco. This is where Lena was. I can't keep up with that story because I'm only remembering. Lena wasn't here, so Lena was dropped off somewhere else. We're now at Petco. Gannon is in the front seat of the car. She now picks up a pregnant lady from Petco.
You said wait. You said when you went to Nevada?
I went through Nevada.
Oh. I'm like, what? You're in Nevada? Anyways, go ahead.
Right. When I realized she's not pregnant. When she gets in the car.
She's not pregnant. Oh my God.
Is this the same lady that was following you?
I don't know if they were following us. I just know there was a car following us. When I get off, I turn where Harley gets the eyelashes done because I thought I would lose them. Then I saw a pregnant lady. She looked legit like 8 months pregnant.
What kind of car was following you? Because maybe
He told you this 15 times.
Oh, okay.
It was a blue something, like a blue little car, like a Cooper or something like this.
Okay, so like a blue, not red, right? Just a blue one.
No, it was a.
It's not personal.
I'm gonna kill myself!
Wow.
I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
I can't. Why do we need to know this freaking story about a pregnant lady that was no longer pregnant? What is this, Laura Owens? Why? What is that where we're going now with the story? That Laura Owens is gonna make a cameo appearance? Like, oh my heaven! I cannot believe this is the universe that that she is concocting in front of our eyes. Why do we need to know this story about the pregnant lady? And why is she telling stories and stories and stories and stories? They're not even believable.
All right, I'll just make sure I keep these cards straight. So there's the blue one, not the red one. No, don't get upset. Don't get upset. I'm just trying to get it straight. I'm not picking holes in your story. I'm just making sure we're on the blue car, okay? So now back to the pregnant lady that gets in the front seat.
That wasn't
So the
pregnant.
pregnant lady gets in the front seat, but she's not really pregnant. I don't know that she's not really pregnant, but she says she just needs a ride. I felt bad. She looked really, really pregnant, like 8 months.
I said, I'm just listening.
You know what? I'm not going to help if you're going to do this to me.
I don't blame you, Al. I don't. I've lost it as well.
Okay, I'm just listening.
No, you aren't. You're being a dick. I said, That's being a dick to me.
Shut up.
I don't know why you're saying that, but does the pregnant lady know what happened to G? Does she know where Gannon went?
Can I finish?
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, in all of this, it's all about her. That's all she cares about.
Really pregnant. She had about, I don't even know how much money inside of this thing that makes her look pregnant. So you know where my mind immediately goes?
Where?
What would you think a pregnant person disguising as pregnant but money in her belly means?
She probably robbed a bank.
Okay, she might have.
Or
She could be involved in something crazy, right?
yeah. I would be scared of myself, even if it was a woman.
Yeah, because that's pretty scary, right? You're making fun of this like it's...
No, I'm not. If somebody
Oh,
got in my
come
truck with
on.
a pregnant belly full of cash, I'd be worried to death. You're right.
I don't know how else to help other than to know we were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay, are you talking about Petco?
Yes, because Petco, I just was supposed to walk in Petco, look around, be normal, so drop this lady off somewhere.
Oh, so she told you to walk into Petco?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She forced me.
Of course, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Did she have a weapon, like a gun or a knife or something that to threaten you, or what?
How do you think someone would force you?
No, you're a tough girl, so I'm just gonna take a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. If somebody, yeah, I don't think you'd be scared easy by somebody like that. So that's just what I'm saying. You probably start swinging unless you had a gun or a knife or something.
This is a joke to you.
No, I'm serious.
Oh
I'm
my
trying
God.
You finally are getting legit, and it's a joke to you.
I'm sorry you think that, but go ahead.
I'm not. Forget it, man. You're not wanting to stand by my side. You don't want to help.
I'm right here standing by your side listening to the truth, okay? I'm in believe teacher mode, like I told you.
Yeah, and then what you're going to do? Tell me I'm telling a lie and hang up?
Are you telling a lie?
No, that's what you're going to do. You're not going to believe it. I told you it was beyond your wildest imagination to know he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He was in the wrong place, or y'all were in the wrong place? Okay. We was in the wrong place, okay. All right.
She has told so many lies that even when people believe, or at least say that they believe the story, and she doesn't believe it. She doesn't even believe her own story. She doesn't even take their truth to be the truth. And the one thing about this that makes me really frustrated listening to all of this is that I said ages ago, right? If Leticia keeps believing whenever he says, I believe you now, because casting our minds back to Al Stokes, that audio call back on day 3 where Al says, no, I believe you now. That was me 5 minutes ago. I believe you. I believe what you're saying now. I'm paraphrasing. If she continues to believe that, then she's stupid. And I'm inclined to believe that she's really stupid, because she actually believes that all these versions of stories that she's telling, people are actually going to believe it. She's actually stupid at this point, even though this guy has told her so many times, you're lying. And yet he goes back into truth mode, and she still believes that she can convince this guy that I give up. I give up.
I mean, are you telling me this? I don't know. You want me to believe you, but I feel like you're just telling me something to make me feel better about Gannon missing. Okay, so because it was kind of like the Quincy Brown thing. I mean, now it's a pregnant lady with cash in her belly. Okay, I believe you. What happened next?
Pregnant lady with cash in her belly.
No, I'm trying to make sense of all of it. Okay, you want me to believe you? I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Tell me the rest of the story.
Albert, to sum it up, it's just being caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time with people who are money laundering, wanting me or whoever they can get to deliver paper to these Mexican restaurants, and you're supposed to get packages back from them. And I wouldn't do it. So that's why we were on County Line Road, because I was scared to death. I left.
Like, now people, so many things happening for one day, right? Pregnant lady that wasn't really pregnant has money in her pocket, and they're money laundering. Then a sexual assault happened that same day. On top of sexual assault happening that same day, Gannon jumped on the back of this person. That one still is true. The only part that's not true about all that is the fact that he fell off a bike and busted his head open. That part is not true. But the part that he jumped on, the Quincy Brown part, that's true. The sexual assault part, that's true apparently. Even though Quincy Brown is all the way in Mexico.
So I was going round and round to make sure that no car followed me.
So is that where they were trying to send you, or you just went there because you knew that was out in the boonies?
No, because 25, I got on Interstate 25 and it was backed up.
Oh, so you did like we did that one time and took a detour?
It was nothing to do with whatever. They've already searched the entire area. I'm innocent. That's who has Gannon, okay?
The pregnant lady with the cash?
No, whoever has proof is I've already given it to the Mexican guy. Why do you think I told you that about the Quincy thing? Because the whole Mexico. We need to be looking at any routes going into Mexico, and I've been telling you this.
No, but okay, all right, I'm out of Letecia mode now, okay, because you told me Quincy Brown was in Colorado Springs. His family told your news reporter that he's in Mexico, okay? You didn't know that beforehand.
Thank you.
And of course, you have nothing to say about that. I'll talk to you later.
Do you know, like, she literally just said at this point in time, she literally just said that Quincy Brown was in Mexico. It's a new lie that was objectively false, because, as Al put it, is something that she just literally learned about now. That she just literally learned about Quincy Brown. That this was never a narrative that she had gone on with from the start. It's frustrating listening to her. And now we're going to go into the interrogation, because that's what followed after this. After all this, the FBI arrested her. Thank heavens for that. So the arrest came, and they were now interrogating her to try and find out the truth on what happened with Gannon. In this interrogation that she's about to sit through, she basically said that Gannon is alive, even though we know that she's dead. By the virtue of her pleading, she knows what she did. She goes on to the FBI to basically say Gannon is alive, and she wants to help them with the investigation. Let's listen to the interrogation.
If you decide to answer any questions from a lawyer present, you have the right to stop at any time.
So she was read out rights, and she waived them all. She could have had a lawyer at any point and called this quits. And I don't know why she is persisting. I don't know why she's continuing on with this. If anyone knows, please let me know in the chat, in the chat, or if you're watching it back on replay, let me know in the comments. But I don't know why she is actually persisting with all of this. She could have just called a lawyer in, gone through the court route, and all this will be over. But no, she continues to persist and continues to tell them more stories. Let's listen.
So, And if you need food, water, whatever else, this is not, we're not going to have people with guns standing outside trying to intimidate you. I want this to be your statements in our conversation. Okay. So I was thinking of a lot of things to say to you today because I've been helping, I've been involved.
Right.
I've unfortunately worked a lot of missing kids cases. That's why they called me to do this.
Okay.
A lot of time with Mark, who was the dad. Dylan, who actually was in Colorado Springs with Mom. Went to go see Dad. This was in November of 2012.
Right.
And then he disappeared. So it's a lot like what happened here. What I think happened with Mark is friends, and Mark wouldn't let him go.
Okay.
And I think Mark got upset. I think Dylan did some things that irritated Mark. I think there was just a punch in the face sort of thing.
Right.
And I think things went downhill from there.
Well,
and I'm not saying
I
that's
just
what
want to
happened
say
with
to you,
you.
I can help you because what you're charging me with is not, or whoever, is not the case. Gannon is alive, okay, and I can help you.
Okay, great.
But see, here's the problem. When I reached out to people about getting help, I said, hey, I need someone who's going to help me to help you guys. I couldn't get that from anyone at all.
We're happy to help you.
Okay, so I understand you might say you have, like, whatever evidence that you might say you have, but that is not the case. I did not hurt my child, okay? Need more assistance besides just FBI. You're probably going to need some DEA, probably need a lot of help.
Well, I'm happy to get whatever help.
Okay.
How do you know?
But I can't help you unless people are willing to help me. And I did offer every opportunity to sit down and talk with not only my husband, but with Landon to try to come up with the best thing to do it. I really did. And I've been begging every single day, please, please, please don't say this. Okay? You, I know you're expert in your field. Okay? I know you may say you have whatever evidence you have, but it's just not true. Okay? It's not.
It's not true that Gannon's dead?
I'm not going to sit here and say 100%. I can tell you that there's really things that wouldn't have occurred that I can help you guys with to know that. And it leads back to some things just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, that's the truth.
Okay.
That is the very truth. And every day that went by, I had to do nothing but not only protect myself, but protect my family in this, protect other people in this, and that's just what it's been.
So I think our biggest problem is what happened at the house then.
At the house?
Yes.
Well, there's nothing that would have happened at the house that has anything to do with what I'm talking about at all. That has nothing to do with anything.
Deflection. I don't. All he's asking for what happened in the house, and then she's like, that has nothing to do with anything. And she has been like this for the duration of this interrogation. The next part that I thought that was interesting from all this was where they started talking about bathsalts. Bathsalts has been something that I've been trying to figure out all through, and all through this trial, because we heard about it on day one, from day one with our Stauch's testimony, and bathsalt, and from what Leticia has got to. What we got to hear from Leticia's account here is what essentially bathsalts were like, and she basically said that it was kids at school doing drugs in school, and they had a code name for it. Let's listen to what she has to say in regards to the whole bathsalts.
It's just
okay. I selected the wrong timestamp. Let me go to it right here.
Professionals. They are medical professionals. They dress in their outfits and all those things. They let the kids pretend they were working on what do they call those things? You know, like as if they were doing CPR and all that. And during that time frame, they went over all these different drugs. So they talked about what your life is on crack. They talked about doing cocaine, like all these. Like it was very, very in depth for 5th grade. But at the same time, you got to think it was probably a good thing to kind of talk to kids
about. So was
about.
Gannon telling you about this, or did you find out from a teacher, or how did you find out they had this in-depth conversation?
Well, I knew because they did it at our school first. So they did it our school first. So it was something, once they found out they did it at our school and they saw all the cool pictures and things like that, other teachers wanted to know about it. So when the other teachers wanted to know about it, they, went around different schools and they signed I think Albert signed a permission slip, or maybe sent an email to the teacher or whatever, that it was okay for him to do it.
So was Gannon fascinated with the basalt thing, or how did that conversation happen? Because I know that seemed to be important, during the hike and afterwards and whatever.
Well, he was like, okay, so Mike apparently would deliver these packages and we never knew what they were. Say we were told meat, we were told whatever. We don't know. But Albert would always talk to Gannon about anytime people had anything to do with, like, you know, drugs and things of that sort. He would always say, like, these are bad people. If you see anything like this is bad things.
Right.
Gannon already had, like, some sort of base foundation about it, you know. And because he had, like that sort of base foundation about it, he always had, like, questions because I think it sounds so small. Like,
right.
That was always his main concern, is that he was wanting to know because is baby Nova going to be okay? You know, Nova's right. Is baby Nova going to be okay? And that was like his main concern in that aspect, you know, was wanting to know these things because he was just curious of how, like, all these things work.
So were you guys on the hike when he brought it up, or where were you?
He had already brought it up prior to the hike.
Okay.
He had already said something when he came home after this.
Was it a concern for you? Tell me what he said and how your conversation went.
Honestly, sir, I don't remember. I just remember he was telling us about the different things that they were talking about on it. And then I was like, oh, did you guys do this? And they would be like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, did y'all do this? So it was kind of like mimicked the same way. So we did talk about that a lot.
Was that before hike, you said?
Yeah, leading up to it, before the hike, there was a lot of talk about it, you know, for a little bit. And then, of course, at the hike, I think he said a few things.
What did he say?
I just remember he was talking to me.
And was it concerning to you?
Like
what he was saying? Like he really wanted to try these things, or what?
Like, I didn't think anything about him wanting to try any of it or to do anything with it. I know that he said something about it, and I gave him a bath bomb.
When he said something, what did he say?
He just asked me about, in general, about if we had bath salts. Because, to be honest with you, he had already pooped how many times in his pants.
So he said that after he pooped on the hike?
He pooped a couple of times on the hike, yeah. Like, when I say poop, I don't mean like, I don't want to be like graphic, but just a little bit to where it's uncomfortable and whatever. Right. And so the whole thing about bath salts was just, I think he just wanted to, like, relax, because he ended up taking 2 baths. So, I mean,
now, and this, I don't want to be weird, but are you giving him baths? Is he taking it by himself?
No. Gannon goes by himself, and he just, you know, he's very, like, helpful, independent. Like, I've taught him so many independent skills where he can go in there and just, now he'll forget to, like, bring his clothes up or, you know, those simple things like that. But
okay. So he takes 2 baths that night, or 1 bath that night, 1 the next morning, or?
No. So I think when we got home, he took 1. Me and Lena went to go get food, and then I think he had used the bathroom again. So he took another one. I think when me and Lena got back, he was either taking a bath. I don't really remember. And then she took 1 somehow.
Again, what has this got to do with anything? And I had to pause it there because after bath salts, she goes off into another planet, goes on to another planet. And that's the one thing that defines Leticia. When you give her an inch, she'll take a mile, because all the guy is trying to do right now is get information on where Gannon is. And he continues the same thing here. He continues to do the same thing here by again soliciting from her. Leticia says that Gannon is that she's 99% sure that Gannon is alive. So that's 1% that he may not be alive. But she's 99% sure that Gannon is alive. And you got to think of her head right now. She knows that she did this. She knows that she did this based on the virtue of her plea. And yet, this is how she's acting on the when the investigators are involved.
So you care about Gannon?
I care about Gannon. I have reached out every day offering for people to go in these certain places to get even insight, to see. I've every day asked, hey, can you go do this? Can someone meet me here?
So you've asked someone to go look for him?
Right. Like I reached out and I asked Albert, I said, hey, can you meet me? Let me tell you about this, and let's go to this location to look. I've asked all these.
What location do you think he's at now, Gannon?
No, I'm just saying, like,
no,
in general.
but I'm asking you.
In
right
general.
Now. where do you think he is right now?
I don't know exactly. I don't know.
Well, where do you know him to
But
last
I am 99% confident Gannon is alive.
Okay. Leticia, where do you know him to last be?
Yeah. Simple question. Just
I
answer it.
want to help, sir, but I'm in a room, and you've already talking about all this.
Just
and
answer the
reports, and
question.
it's me against everybody else.
So here's the deal. Once this thing goes through the courts, you talked about that. You're the only one to be with him. You think you're going to be able to tell a story.
A story?
It might be a true story.
Gosh, sir.
But listen, I've listened to a lot of your stories, and
It's not personal.
I'm gonna kill myself!
Wow.
I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
I cannot deal
That's
with this.
because I was.
This is frustrating the heck out of me. Just tell him
Okay,
where
I
your
had
loss
nothing- I already
was.
knew.
But I've seen what you told the news reporter. I've listened to what you told El Paso about the sex assault that happened in the house.
I already knew that you guys were listening to him.
Yeah.
So I said that because
So-
I was angry.
But what I think I can offer you today is some help.
Okay.
So in the beginning of that portion, Mr. Grusing, she's talking about she's been trying to reach out to get people to go places. Do you know of any effort she made to reach out to give information, factual information that could be acted on?
I don't.
That's because it never happened. So now we move on to the next part of the testimony where the next part of the audio recording, the audio interview, the interrogation where Leticia was asking about the pool of blood. Remember that from the discussion with Al Stauch back in February? This is March. So she's asking now about the pool of blood.
I have a hard time knowing whether to be like, okay, trust you or not, right? You're saying there's a pool of blood. Albert said saucer size blood, because I'm sure you had him say all this, because I'm sure you were there, or whatever. Okay. In his room, and you said something about, what'd you say?
On the wall.
Okay. Then, if that's your whatever, your expert advice or
There's
whatever.
more blood.
Okay. Then, where do you think that I had any involvement with Gannon, and where did he go? That's where it has to click at some point. That.
And that's what I listened to you do that to Al, to where you're making him guess what happened to Gannon.
I don't want him to guess.
Well, no, you're
help.
asking me to guess.
No. I was asking a question, sir. I wasn't trying to get you to guess. I was just saying in general, asking a question. I want help with people understanding. I tried to give any insight, help, clues, anything, but I can't because they know my daughter, everyone, my family, my mom, everyone. And you can think that.
But right now, Leticia, I mean, you can go down that road, but it's not going to save you in court. Because you're the last adult with him. And nobody else, just let me try to protect you. I'm not trying to hurt you here. This is actually protecting you. If you don't tell us where to go investigate, then nobody's going to investigate for you. You're the last adult with him. You told a lot of lies about all these injuries from his foot.
I didn't tell lies to you or to any police officer.
There's a sex.
But just listen to that. I didn't tell lies to you, but to taste for herself. But she knows that she told lies to Al, but not to him or the police officer. No, you have. You have told lies to the police officer. You told lies to Stephanie. No, that was not Stephanie. Damn, forgot her name. Forgot her name. It was the Stephanie. Damn it. Let me look back on my report. Let me try and find the name. Jessica Bethel. That's the one. They didn't investigate in this case before he was handed over to the FBI. Jessica Bethel. You told lies to her.
Assault happened in the house.
I didn't tell any lies to you or a police officer.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
So we don't have anybody to chase though. If we don't chase you, Do you understand?
But if you take me, okay, and you do this to me, people are protected because you guys aren't going to protect everybody else. People are protected. Okay.
We can protect people. We can protect you, family, if this is involved. Now, I've worked South American death groups. I've worked gangsters. I've worked organized crime.
Mm-hmm.
None of that stuff rings true with what happened here. I mean, how is a very organized gang going to come into a house in Colorado Springs?
Who said it? A house? Why does it have to be in the house? See,
that's where he last was.
Oh.
Are you going to make me guess where he was then?
No, I'm telling you.
Then tell him.
You're not going to listen to me. See, you already just said the last was in the house.
But see, you're going
She's
back to
actually
you care what I think.
crazy.
You shouldn't care what I
I do
think.
care what you think. You want to know why?
Those
Because
are not
I care
crazy eyes.
about
That's
my-
actually Satan,
how
like looking
people
at
think
you.
of me because I am not that kind of person.
Look at her eyes. That's actually Satan
And
staring
if
at
you
this
can point me to a
man.
different person, then I can help you.
I gave hints before.
So it's
That's actually Satan staring at this man. And this is where they're gonna get into the internet histories now, where the investigator listed out her search history. Pay close attention to what she was searching for in relation to Gannon.
In here, I even have what you entered in your phone. The stuff that you've entered and deleted. Like, blood is spurting from an arterial bleed, direct pressure not controlling.
Do what? I didn't look this up.
It's from your phone.
Blood is what?
Spurting from an arterial bleed.
No.
Well, somebody did from your phone. I don't like my stepson.
No.
I don't like my stepson. Should I get a divorce? I'll stalk cheating. I'll stalk Instagram. I'll stalk cheating in Colorado Springs. Catch I'll stalk cheating. How to get blood out of sheets.
Out of sheets?
Mm-hmm. I want immunity.
Oh, the blood out of sheets was because we always had always nosebleeds. If I ever looked up blood out of sheets, it was nosebleeds.
And I figured it might be
I
something.
didn't ever look up anything about an artery or something unless it went from something else.
It's on your phone.
And I never looked up anything about my stepson unless someone else did.
The reason I brought up gangs is you looked up, I want immunity because it was gang related. And this sounds like, find me a new husband, find me a rich guy who wants to take care of his kids.
The new husband is just because Albert already knew that was about the lady Debbie Sherrill who wanted to find a new husband after 35 or something. He picked me about Amazon.
And like a lot of these can have nothing to do with this.
It doesn't.
I get it. Can I spray paint wood?
Spray paint wood? Well, we always spray wood.
Yeah. I'm doing all the work for my stepkids and their mom doesn't help.
Oh, that bothered me. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame
Oh,
you.
yes, because I wanted them to be mine.
That search you made,
Googled
but the
a lot
other
on
one's
Leticia,
questionable.
Traffic
Okay.
accident, hit and run.
I didn't hit anybody.
No? What was that?
What date was it?
I don't have a date on these. I was downloading stuff as I was coming on the plane.
Yeah, no, I don't.
My husband wants a divorce. My husband wants a baby, but I want an abortion. One day, some people will wish they treated you differently, which I get that. Parenting should be for people, not one. Quotes a suicidal person might say. I mean, these make me very sad when I read them because I can see you're doing all the work at home by yourself.
Which I wanted to be there. Like, I wanted to totally have the kids as my children. That's the point you're not getting. Like, I wanted those kids to be saying to me that I'm their mom.
Yeah.
Like, I am the person who does it, cares for them, loves them, everything. So you can think that.
What do you do if you suspect a person swallowed poison? Did somebody actually swallow poison?
Poison? I don't know. I always click things and read them. No one
Did somebody swallow it?
No one swallowed any poison.
Okay. You will never forgive me and treat me like a princess. You'll never know when it's too late.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I always search for things when Albert was gone.
Damn. Those Google searches revealed a whole lot because, well, for one, it's speaking to our state of mind because, again, why are you searching? I don't like my stepson. I don't like my stepson. Why are you searching that? I wish there were dates to those searches. Actually, I wish there were dates because it would have contextualized when it happened. Like, was it in January or was it in February? Which when it doesn't make a difference. She still searched it. So now we're gonna go into the next part where the investigator Johnny Grusing has now decided to double down on the blood on the wall. You know, they put the pool of blood. He now decides to double down on that And this is Leticia's response.
Provide her the things that she's putting down as conditions.
Yes.
Did you confront her by saying right after this, her story makes no sense?
I did.
So I'm going to jump to that section. It's 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 49 seconds.
Here we go.
And it
I was
goes
a
through
bit early.
3 hours, 4 minutes, and 59 seconds.
Leticia, your story makes no sense. And what it goes back to now is that you can't take responsibility for what happened to Gannon.
I didn't do anything to Gannon, sir.
You can't insert someone else in here unless you're going to tell me who it is.
Okay, I didn't do anything to Gannon, sir.
That's fine. But then you would tell me who it is if
I didn't
it's someone
do
else.
anything to Gannon, sir.
Did he do it to himself?
Okay. I didn't do anything to
I'm
Gannon.
not asking you if you did. I'm
do
asking
anything to Gannon.
did Gannon do it to himself?
Do what to himself?
The head injury, the neck injury, whatever that was that caused that pool of blood down by the bottom of its bed. You know that the sheets and all that stuff, the blood seeps down in.
And what now?
The blood seeped down
And
through that corner.
Sheets?
Through the sheets into the mattress.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
You cleaned it up off the wall.
So wait.
There's. Do you know where the head of his bed was?
I don't know anything about blood and sheets, okay? I did not take any sheets and clean up.
You told out on the phone you cleaned up the wall.
Yes, you did do this. The deflection
now
is
pause that.
annoying me.
3 hours, 4 minutes, and 59 seconds. You start to confront her about the head injury and the blood and all that sort of thing. Did she use misdirection there again, directing away from the head injury?
Yes.
What was significant about that to you?
By this point, none of my questioning was effective with her. So every time we would go to one of these and she would misdirect, the significance just was that I was going to have to change course yet again.
Again, was this happening as you're trying to dive into what actually happened to Gannon, but then she diverts over to the sheets?
Yes.
So the next part of the testimony that we're gonna go into is where she goes on to we are now focusing more on the pool of blood. That's what the investigators are focusing on, the pool of blood. And then something out of nowhere happens, and that is where Leticia brings in a story by a person that goes by the name of Angel and says that she is likely involved with Gannon's disappearance. And Angel apparently is a threesome partner with Stauch. I mean, I'm not judging their life or anything like that. It's just weird that this story is coming out when the pool of blood testimony is being mentioned. Nonetheless, he still focuses on the pool of blood because this guy is not an amateur. He's a professional. He knows how to get more information out of you. And we have now gotten way more out of this witness, especially with this especially with this whole threesome, that's the one, threesome story part with this girl called Angel. And I can't wait to see what Grusing's testimony on day 13 is gonna be like around this. I can't wait to revisit that with you guys in 2 weeks' time after I'm done with my whole church nuptials. But this is where what I'm about to play next is where Leticia shuts down completely, right? And says that he's not gonna say anything to her in regards to the pool of blood at the house. When she brought out this whole Angel threesome story.
You can't make me guess. That's not fair to me.
Why would I keep talking if you're not going to help me?
You tell me how to help you.
I already did. I already did tell you. I told you how you could help. And
Nobody holds a kid like that.
Okay, that's what you think.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
If the sun comes up in the morning, it goes down at night every day. We have worked hundreds of these things.
That's what you think. Okay. me talking to you is not going to do anything else, because all you're going to do is go think that you're going to get me to say something that I did that I didn't do.
That is not what I want.
Because I did not do anything to Gannon. Why would I hurt our child? I had everything in the world. Why? I have no motive. None. Don't have the first motive. Everything I wanted in my life, I had it. Why? Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense a lot of the time what happens inside of a house.
Well, sir, I don't even know what you're talking about. All I can tell you is I did not hurt Gannon. I have no reason to. In fact, to go on the record, I had a way better relationship with Gannon than I did with Lena. Way better. Because we were so much alike. We always like the same things. We always have problems with our stomach. We always do all these things.
Do you know that there's almost a correlation sometimes between how much you get along with someone and how bad things happen in the house? I'm telling you that,
I don't. Well, maybe bad things happen in your house.
They happen in the house a lot more than they do out in public.
Maybe bad things happen in your house. But
would it help if we showed you pictures of what we saw on the wall and by the bed?
Sir.
When you say nothing bad happened,
it's got you there.
You can't get around. Yes, Al, but we did not show Al that on purpose. He had to come get stuff out of the house. And he looked and saw the blood pool was about this big on the concrete.
Okay. And
that is not from a little gash like that.
Okay, and then what? And then you showed this to him, or how did he see this?
He had to come get stuff out of the house. I wasn't even there that day.
After you allowed people to stay in this house for a week.
I did not allow anybody to do anything.
Someone did.
Okay, well, that's not my fault.
Okay.
So now
what I'm
she's
saying, though,
insinuating. Now she's insinuating that this was planted there. That this was planted there either by the police or this girl is actually insufferable. I'm sorry.
The wounds that you're describing to him, even when you're saying it doesn't.
Sir, I'm going to tell you now.
When you say the head thing was Saturday.
What I'm telling you now is people were inside of a home living, and it was not me. So maybe you can talk to whoever allowed people to live in the home. Okay, so whatever you're saying that was done extra or whatever, maybe you can talk to those people who were allowed to stay in a home during this supposedly. Okay, that's what I think. Maybe you can talk to people who were.
You're saying that the injury to Gannon happened.
I'm not saying anything except I know you're telling me this stuff. You're saying this about how bad these were and these things were. All I can tell you is maybe you can talk to the people that were allowed to stay in the home during this time. During this time that you have this supposed evidence, people that were allowed to stay in the home and people that were allowed to walk in and out to see it, supposedly. Okay?
So Gannon was in, all these wounds happened after he went.
I'm not saying anything other than, sir, you are telling me, you just said here on record and telling me that Albert went inside somewhere that you were supposed to have as a supposed crime scene.
I wasn't there for that. If you want to get an answer for you about who was with him.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm saying for you. You as a professional, you would have allowed that, supposedly?
If he has to go get stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
as long as the scene had been processed.
Okay, processed, sure. Okay. I'm sure that's how it works in this country. Doesn't it sound a little bit weird to you?
If the scene has been processed, no. I had a girl that was burned alive in a house in Bailey.
The scene was processed supposedly when people were still there, day 1, day 2, day 3, and the scene was processed. Day 4, day 5, day 6, and the scene was processed.
You're saying that people were going in and out of the house, civilians, while they were processing the scene.
I'm asking you that because apparently you said the scene was processed, and then you want me to talk to you when I know how shady that whole situation is. And you want me to give you answers for how shady that is. So you need to tell me in the scene that was processed, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, there was nobody going in and out. There was people living there.
Right.
Okay.
When they thought Gannon was still alive.
Okay. Living there. Okay. But you're saying the scene was processed because not you, but people surely were there. It's all on camera that there was crime scene people there while people were living there.
Of course, because they didn't know the severity of the scene. They just thought Gannon ran away, like you said, to go see a neighbor.
So the point is, how am I supposed to put my trust and faith in any bit of the system like that when that was going on? How?
So you're trying to put faith in the system.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm saying
if you would have told police the very first night that he was taken forcibly, everything would have been different.
That's not forcibly, okay? I said exactly what I said, which was he didn't come back at 6 o'clock.
If you would have said other people have him and they should not have him, it would have been different. You controlled the way that law enforcement responded.
I did. So now it's my fault that they
had people
had people in there doing a supposed crime scene, and now you have all this stuff after you let people live there. And now you want to look at me and say something. Sir, I did not hurt Gannon. Okay?
Okay, well, who did?
Did not.
Who did?
Did not. Just like all of the other things.
Why are you telling me you did not? I don't care if you did or not.
I'm just telling you. Yes, you do care. You're a father. You would care.
I care about Gannon. I don't care if you did it or not.
Sir, I didn't. Okay?
But you're saying you did it, but that doesn't help us find you.
Okay, well, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
It's not helping. You see, they're moving in for the trap, and I can't wait to get into this. I can't wait to get into whatever trap that he's setting up. I'm going to leave it there because I usually I don't stay. I don't do this show for 3 hours. I think we've been going at it, but like I said, I am not here next week or the week after because I'm predisposed to a church event for the next 2 weeks. So on Sunday, so I cannot unfortunately join on these days, but I can I am in awe of this detective, of this case agent, of this FBI agent, and he's not even a lead investigator for the case. This is just a someone that was doing the interview. So imagine what the lead investigator is going to testify to when he comes in and give his version of the story. But we're not done. We're gonna continue on with the coverage of this particular case. Letecia Stauch Trial has completely got me in my feelings. I'll be honest. I'll be very honest. I always find it very difficult to do these cases because I don't know how to process these things. But this is the one case that I have to. I just feel so many emotions, and I have no way of unloading it except for not just on stream, but just complete vitriol against. That's how I feel against Leticia. I don't know why I feel like this for someone, because I usually wait until all the evidence is in and then I articulate how I'm feeling. But this, looking at her and the testimony that she's given, she's actually Satan's spawn. I'm sorry to judge her like that, but she is, and she's definitely got the best of me. Like I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to go through, like I always do with this process, to look at her innocent until proven guilty. Of course, she has been proven guilty. I'm still trying to keep her the doctrine so that I can better analyze. But this one, I could just throw the analysis away and just look at how this person just makes it difficult for so many people, right? All she had, all this, and to think, all the investigator asked for was the pool of blood, and when all this began by him asking for, you were the last person to see him, like what did he look like, what did the guy look like, and that's it. That's all he asked. And bring up the pool of blood, that's literally the killer for her, because she doesn't know how to justify that. Anyway, let me just read this last few before I sign off. I always forget you're in a different time zone. Yes, I'm in the UK time zone. It's almost midnight over here. But I know that it's like 6 o'clock in the US, and I think you're in Hawaii, so it's even earlier for you guys. She looks like she's constantly trying to make eye contact. Megan J says Leticia was just saying word salad and talking as fast as she can in the hopes that people don't have time to listen to what she's really saying or not saying. Bruh. Word salad is one way to put it. I still don't know where this pregnant. The funniest story that she's made up is this pregnant lady. The pregnant lady that was not really pregnant, but was involved in a money laundering scheme. That's probably the funniest. That's probably the funniest story that I've heard Leticia make up in all of this. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you head over to the catch-up code.info, where you can find the Letecia Stauch Trial catch-up briefs. This is where I go through the day-by-day testimony for this trial. I'm currently on day 8. I have to update it to day 10, etc. Because that's what I'm currently on. I'm currently on day 11, so I have to update it as the week goes on. But yeah, you can get all the information about this case, and also don't forget to sign up for the mailing list. This is where I'll send you the trial reports with the navigatable PDF reports of these trial reports. And from there, you can get the timestamps for the key moments that I've identified in this trial and visit them yourself if you want a quick reminder, or if you just want to relive the trial from a different lens. And if you want to suggest a case, you can do so. If you want to suggest a case for us to cover on Source on Order, you can do so. Go ahead and check it out now on go ahead and check it out on catchupcode.info on contact and fill in the form. It'll be great to add a case into the docket, as I usually do. But yeah, I forgot to share the screen on the previous on the previous case. But yeah, this is what I was talking about in regards to the Letecia Stauch report. But yeah, let me go back to the okay. I forgot to share the screen. Anyway, I'll get the hang of this. I'm still learning the ropes, guys. But yeah, Megan J says that lady is probably just a figment of Leticia's imagination. At this point, you gotta wonder if Leticia is going through real-time psychosis. I have no idea. It's not a figment of her imagination. I have no idea. I probably, but it's annoying me at this point. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys not next week, but the week not even the week after. In 3 weeks' time, when I'm back for Source on Order, we'll be back with the investigators' testimony, and we'll continue on with day 13 and day 14 of the Letecia Stauch Trial. Take good care of yourself. Head over to catchupcode.info to get all your trial needs. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Take good care of yourself. Stay saucy. Bye for now. Thank you everyone for tuning in for another Catch Up Code live stream. Make sure that you smash that like button as well as hitting that subscribe button to be notified of our future live streams. We go live regularly, bringing you case updates and recaps of ongoing trials, so make sure you hurry back on the next live stream. We also have more content on the channel that you can binge on. Check out the playlist that we have showcasing all of these contents. Without further, I go by the name of Heinz, your friendly neighborhood ketchup man, and I'll see you back in court.